welcome to the EST Hangout.
This is the EST Hangout, and today's guests are...
That's my phone. A good Wednesday morning to you. Welcome to the EST Hangout live on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports. Thanks for listening on TuneIn, iHeart, our website, edmontonsportstalk.com. For those watching on YouTube, and thank you to everyone who listens to us on podcasts. Matt Iwanyk, Jasmine Sidhu, and Tom Gazzola with you here. We're waiting for Shawn Belle to show up. He's on his way. He'll be here in about 10 minutes or so, as is tradition on Wednesdays. As is tradition.
Yes.
He always says like 9:20, and he's always here earlier.
It's because you create this expectation. It's called aim low and achieve.
He crushes that.
Yeah.
I think the last few times it's like 9:20, and it's like he's here like 9:15 or whatever.
Very good like that.
I said
like
10 minutes. Might be less.
I respect that.
Jasmine, how are you?
Playing guilty. Someone's playing guilty today.
I was almost late today too.
Well, you actually were.
Well, was I? I thought
You were here past 9 o'clock.
Oh damn! I walked straight into here.
Yeah, you did.
But the morning boys went to like 9:03 or something.
Dusty.
So we got on within 5 minutes, I would say, from when that show ended to when we started.
Which is about, yeah.
That's what it should
fine.
be.
Yeah, exactly. Dusty might be a little bit spicier than the Latino Heat this morning.
Because of the radio issues, or because like Skinner.
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 There's
Which
a
is
few
ridiculous.
issues. All I got driving in was gripes from the
It was
three of
awesome.
them.
I was laughing.
Dusty griping about our radio provider, rightfully so. Also griping with people that are ripping on Skinner.
Yeah.
Eric griping against DAZN customer service, as well as
He's not wrong.
I don't know which drive-through he went to, but the drive-through lady who wouldn't take his $50. And Trev, with it sounds like a rightful gripe, getting benched.
Right?
In his Edmonton Sport and Social Club team, which all I'll say is, and I got to talk to Trev more because I got to figure this out. He says he's one of the veteran leaders.
Yeah. So
just demand yourself in the game.
Right.
Yeah.
Those guys saying, "Well, we played ourselves. We put ourselves in this. We're going to play ourselves out of this." No, you say, "No. One of you, I'm going in. Somebody sit down. I'm going to get us back in this too."
That rationale is like you dig yourself a hole, but the same people keep digging more to get themselves out. It's like backward logic. It's stupid.
Did they win at least?
No.
What?
They suck.
So based on what we gathered, and I'll have to talk more about this, or what he said, and I missed the 6 o'clock hour, he put up like 13 points in the first half. His team was up, had a lead as high as 18 points. And then the other group went out and they blew the 18-point lead. And they lost the game. But in the second half, they went to him and they're like, wow, we caused this, so we're going to fix this. And Trev had to sit for the second half while his team, as they quote unquote tried to fix it, just lost.
No, that's when you get your McDavid out there and your LeBron out there. You get your star players out there.
Maybe they're sending him a message.
Well, like
Right?
that's then he says, I'm one of the veteran
right,
leaders. I'm one of the top guys. And then
Yeah.
to me, the veteran leader sits there and goes, well, sorry, I'm in.
Yep.
You guys are
Well,
blowing this. I'm
you
in.
and Jasmine are right.
Who's off? Pick someone. I don't care who. I'm coming on.
That's why I think they were sending him a message. Are you coughing from sickness or are you coughing from choking?
Choking.
Okay.
Like Trev's team did.
Ooh. Shots fired. No, and that's not at
Welcome
Trev.
back.
That's not at
Welcome
Trev.
back.
That's at his
Oh my
team
God.
for being failures.
If you were going to continue to cough, I would tell you what my nonna used to do. She'll put your hands in the air, Tomasino.
Okay.
And then I do the patting, but we got there before we need to do that.
Oh, thank you. I
Old
feel much
nonnas
better.
know what to do with stuff like that. Like
Old medicine.
ginger ale, saltines, and chicken noodle soup when you're sick, like Wyszynski and Dusty were talking
Yeah,
about.
so he said that he had a bit of a stomach flu, and I think that's what I have a little bit. I'm not feeling too great, so I have ginger in there rather than green tea. And he
well,
called the Calgary
based on-
Flames dumbasses.
Based on what
awesome.
Wyszynski had to say, though, he also said, as if I can remember how he quoted it, he had issues with his digestive system.
Yeah.
I think I'm more in the I feel sick.
Yeah, so then you don't have the issues with the digestive system. You're not sick.
You're hungover.
You're
No,
not
I'm not.
sick.
I'm not hungover. I
You
can't.
100% are still hungover. Like you said, you got in midnight Monday night, so Tuesday morning.
Yeah, that's right.
So what time did you get into your house? Like when you opened your door?
Like 1:30.
Okay.
You haven't even had a full day.
Yeah, you have not rested off your hangover from Montreal.
And you guys did not stop. Like the party was going.
Yeah, it
I
was.
witnessed it all. At
You
least you
did?
went to
You
the
saw-
game. Yeah, I saw all of
Yeah,
it.
I went to the game thanks to you. I'm really happy I did.
Told you. What was it like?
Okay, so
Oh, before
very
you do
boring
that,
game.
YouTube
sorry.
Trev just didn't know. In the nasty chat, he goes, "Ouch, Jazz." And Rob from the
love
Grove
you,
says,
Trev,
"Jasmine throwing
sorry.
shade at YTT." She's not throwing shade at you. She's throwing shade at your team.
Yeah.
Your teammates choked. You didn't choke.
Exactly.
Someone
So
in
the shade wasn't at you.
Someone in the Paris Jewelers inbox just texted and said maybe Trev is a cancer in the room. Did we
That's
think
a
of
We'll
that?
have to
wild
get to that
take.
after. But back to
All right,
Montreal.
let's go
Sorry to
back to
interrupt.
No, not at all. I'm really happy I got to see the Bell Media Center. It was gorgeous.
Bell Center.
Bell Center.
Bell Center.
It's not the
Bell Media Center barely exists.
Yeah, Bell Center. It's
Yeah.
it's really nice. I can't believe it's like kind of that renovated.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
updated. It's old. It's like
So
95, I think.
we
it
got
opened.
Don't call
so,
95 old.
so we got tickets.
Sorry.
We're all then what?
I
No,
know.
I'm
Thanks
a
for the
geezer,
reminder
man.
today.
Like,
Oh yeah, out all days today. Yeah. Well, we got tickets where you got unlimited food, and the coolest part was it was just above the lower bowl, and their system is different than our system. So what they do is there's just like concessions like there normally would be, and you literally just walk up, and you just eat.
were the lines,
Lineups were a little big, but they were moving.
were they better than like upstairs here?
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah, I don't. There's like pinch points in the corners up in the top level.
Yeah,
here.
you gotta pick your spot.
Yeah.
And with this, it was the entire arena. Like you'd walk around, and then there was just so much food that if the lineup was big for poutines, you just go and get a Montreal steak sandwich or an ice cream or a cotton candy. And man, I must be so puffy today because I ate everything I could in Montreal, and I did not work out once. Thank you.
Well, you couldn't fit all your workout
I
gear in your
couldn't.
carry-on, right? We were talking about that last week.
Yeah, It's
all good.
It was a great trip, and I broke my phone right off the bat. Didn't even have one drink, and it fell off my lap at this cafe. My
Why
screen
was it
went-
on your lap?
I don't know. You're right.
So you already got a new phone?
No, I got a new screen, and the screen's not even good because the guy probably knew I wasn't from there. So that's
Oh,
how
you
my
did it
trip
in Montreal
started.
and got it fixed? What do you
I
mean the
had
screen's
to.
not good?
Did he assume
was
you were from
broke.
Toronto?
Yeah, but
No.
what do you mean, like, the screen he gave you is not good?
Yeah.
Like the colors off.
Is it
And,
a setting?
No, it's like you can't even see the time in the corner. I'm like, I don't care. Just fix the goddamn phone.
You were spicy too. You, Dustin, Trev, Rick.
You got any gripes?
No,
I'm good, too.
I'm fine.
We'll see if Belzy has any.
I'm sure he does.
This Wednesday, I don't know, is there like a full moon or something right now going on or something?
Maddie, I'm fine today.
Causing a lot of people to...
I wore my Oilers hat, and people were smiling at me.
I have theories.
Okay.
Such as?
Nice people would be like, "Oh, welcome to town," and then fans of the game would be like, "Oh, that's too bad," and then like pity smile.
I guess. I mean, I didn't wear it to the arena, but the fans weren't that rowdy. Maybe because the game was boring. It was the Kings won 3-1 that day. It wasn't super exciting, but I'm glad I went.
What do you make of how they do like the in arena stuff and all of that? Because it is much different than here.
Yeah, so they have a DJ in their lower bowl. I thought that was wild.
When's he playing?
Played like the whole time.
During the game?
Yeah.
Really?
Like, where our DJ's at the very, very top. Can't really see them.
Yeah, TJ Bose.
Yeah,
Or DJ Bose.
Pretty good. This DJ was good too.
He's our neighbor.
Really?
Yeah.
Did not know that.
Yeah, I played a lot of like house music and stuff, trying to get the crowd rowdy. And
But like during play?
yeah,
Or
like
was
when
it
they
off? Or only when the like play was over?
yeah, the play was over. And
Okay.
he'd kick it, but then at the beginning he played like a lot of good beats to get the crowd going. So, but I just liked that concept that I could see the DJ, and then there was an organ player.
Yeah, she's awesome.
I couldn't find it.
She's way up in the
Yeah.
in the catwalk, and I remember when I go to Montreal, she's like an older lady, and she plays it, and she like smiles and waves at you as she's playing, and I'm like, that was lovely.
Yeah.
Like what a nice lady. What was I gonna say? How would you compare the experience watching the? Okay, a couple things. How would you compare the experience to in-house here at a game, and then the other thing I was gonna say about it was, did they play Bay City Rollers Saturday night?
Oh, I don't think they did.
Because they do that every Saturday here. It's got to go.
This was Thursday night.
Yeah,
so
I know. It's just
yeah.
a joke and mocking the Bay City
Yeah.
Rollers Saturday night song that they insist on playing here, and it comes from the top.
I think like I think I'm a big person on matchups. Think I talked to you guys about this. Like, should I go? The matchup seems boring. Bonjour.
She's French now.
4 minutes before 9:20. He's here. Boom.
Ain't
Early.
low to achieve.
I was here early, but I was talking to Trev.
No, you're still early. It's 4 minutes before 9:20. You're always early. You always say.
I
I
try.
respect that.
Welcome.
Thank you.
We're
I had
learning
to- I
about
had to-
Jasmine's Montreal.
I had to laugh at Trev though, because like,
Getting benched?
yeah, how do you get benched in rec league?
I'm just curious
Is it cancer evidently?
why he didn't just put himself on.
Poor guy.
Oh,
not
that's
even-
amazing.
It's Edmonton Sport and Social Club. I don't even know if that's considered rec league.
That's even worse.
Like that's where I need to really dive in on this.
So you get a participation ribbon for showing up every time.
Well, in the
100%.
in the standings of Edmonton Sport and Social Club, there's spirit points.
oh my
Oh
goodness.
my God! You
not-
get a gold star, and he couldn't even get a gold star.
It's well, what happens is you get wins, losses, and as points, but then spirit
my
points are
God.
get added on to, and it goes based on how you give the other team the spirit point versus your point.
I would refuse.
And as you go higher up, the spirit points doesn't matter as much because my team, we realized that like that's used as a tiebreaker. So we're like, screw it, we don't need the spirit points anymore. We're just going to be our a-holes that we are. But lower level, that actually impacts you because it counts for points. So that's the type of league he's in. And he got benched.
I'd quit that league.
Oh my God!
Spirit
That's even
points.
better. That is the greatest thing I've ever heard.
As a veteran of the team, he says. Self-proclaimed veteran of the team.
His spirit points were low.
He was probably being a ball hog.
Maybe.
Maybe.
But he's so nice.
Yeah, but do these people want to win or do they want to just have fun?
They want to maximize their spirit
Well,
points.
they want to get their gold star.
Well,
Yeah.
well, it's the 1 point, but the other team gives it to you for like how nice you are to the other team and stuff. So
Well,
like
that's
what
probably why
they thought
Trev
Trev
got
was going to
sacked.
go, he was too good
Maybe
that they didn't want the other team to feel bad.
they were trying to like he was trying to dominate the game. He was trying to be Kobe, put up an 81, and they're like, no, that's not good spirit. Sit down, Trev. need to pass the ball.
ESSC.
Yeah, but you go demand yourself back in. You just go put yourself back in.
That's not very good spirit of you, Trev.
Okay.
Yeah, but the other team, that's up to the other team. The other team doesn't care about that.
Oh, this is so good.
Well, this text, ESSC is like sport ball for adults. Shaking my head. Grow up and play in a real league.
I actually really liked Edmonton Sport and Social Club when I was in it because like the higher up you go, it is more competitive and like they do the other sports.
Is it essentially like a dating service?
No, I did it too.
Like I had
I mean, I actually.
a bunch of bunch of family and friends. We all put a team and we played slow pitch. We did it through
okay.
there. We then in the winter would go play dodgeball, which gets very competitive.
Very competitive.
It's once you're adults and you start throwing objects at each other and you can't cross half.
you
and
can
can't-
dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
but the intensity
good.
heats up. Like
Yes.
it gets. If EST put in a dodgeball team for that, we'd get into fights guaranteed.
Legit.
Calling it right now.
Really?
Dusty would want to
People
beat
get
someone
soft.
down.
Their
Yes.
egos get blamed when you get like a hard hit. They don't like that, right?
And you can't do anything
That's
about
fair.
it. Like you can't go and push them or something. It's because you're on your halves.
And you lose spirit points.
And then, but you're throwing something at each other. So then you really try to throw, and then you go at someone's head, and then you're not allowed headshots and stuff.
That's amazing. Sorry to derail the other conversation.
we're
I was just listening, and I was howling in my truck because I'm like, how do you get benched in that?
Well, Fish Tank says we need to hear from his teammates. And I'm very interested. I would like to know a little bit more from these teammates
them on the
of
horn.
what happened.
Oh, that's good.
Jasmine got to experience one of your old teams play at
Oh,
home.
the Blue, Blanc, and Rouge.
Yeah.
Yes.
This they lost 3-1.
That's tough.
She's still hungover from Montreal.
I'm not
Really?
still saying that.
That's fantastic.
Well, she says
good
she's
for you.
She says she's hurting. She says I might be sick. She got in at midnight on Monday. So she says one day,
Hey.
not even to rest.
When you're in Montreal,
Look out.
look out. You
Oh,
might have
man.
a 2 or 3 dayer.
We did. We were there for 4 days. We did 5 bottle
Bingo.
services.
That'll do it.
but no, it's not
Yeah,
hungover.
you're
I'm
not
sick.
sick.
Oh
That's
my
what she
god!
Oh,
said.
yeah,
Yeah.
she's definitely sick.
Self-induced pain.
That is
Oh,
definitely
and then
sick.
I
yeah.
might have the stomach bug like Greg
I
Wyshynski.
think
No,
I do.
you're hungover. Did you put any greasy food in you to absorb any of that? Like
Tried.
Well,
she's like
5
going through the
bottle
symptoms of
services.
being hungover. And
But you know what? You came. You showed up.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I actually had a teammate one time when we were playing. I think we were playing for the Arrows at the time. We went to Winnipeg. We did a back-to-back, obviously, where we went out and then we played, and then we went out, then we played, then we flew home.
Oh,
And day one, we went out to the Palomino.
I've
And
heard.
Palomino is a very grimy bar, and
Legendary.
the boys decided to do tequila shots the entire night.
Oh.
And one player was like, I'm sick, I can't play. So we didn't play. The rest of us were all 20 shots in. We played, we won.
Right on. Right on.
So at least you get props for showing up.
Yeah.
Work,
Tequila
play hard,
sodas.
work hard.
That was a 3-3?
Yep.
Gross. Those are tough.
I was gonna ask you about that too. Like, do you guys like go and get bottle service after you win a game and stuff?
Never.
Oh, come on. You want your own area.
he rolled his eyes.
Yeah.
never.
I don't know if you
That
caught
never
that.
You want to
happens.
feel good.
Yeah, that- no.
Get your ego nicely stroked, you know.
No,
Yeah.
that never happens. Oh, yeah. Good
What are,
He
the
gets it.
what are the ladies like at the Palomino? I never made it there. I was like
Well,
Shark Club when I
Let's
was
be
in
honest.
Winnipeg
The
or the
slogan
Pine.
for the Palomino is Booty Shaking Mondays.
Oh,
Nice.
away we go.
Go from there.
Okay.
That's what it's like.
We're all
But it's
good.
not a strip club.
No,
It's
not.
just a normal club.
Yeah.
It's grimy.
Not a Chez Pierre.
No. It's not a Wanda's.
Did you go to Thursdays?
To Chez Pierre? No. Oh, Thursdays.
We're talking about Montreal places.
I did not go to Thursdays. No.
It's a fun spot.
I went to a bunch of these like these fancy supper clubs, and I couldn't even make it out to Schwartz Deli. I tried. I heard it was so busy
It's very good there.
You couldn't make it out because
because I was getting bagels at some other place and across the city.
okay, not because you were
Across the
hurting or
city.
something.
You weren't
Because this is
cuddled
just
up in
adding
a
into
ball.
more
You're
of
like,
the hangover today, as
Holy-
opposed to being sick.
Yeah.
You know what's so
Amazing.
funny? It's like the majority of messages I received was like, "Yo, you guys can party," and it's like, here's the trick: you do not pre-drink. You start drinking when you get to the club.
That seems like a terrible idea.
Yeah, it's expensive, but that's how I lasted for 4 days.
Now, I would
Or
argue.
wouldn't you just want the constant
you might
buzz
not
the
have
entire time?
lasted,
Just
yeah.
drink the whole time?
Well, the
Yes.
guys could.
Never slow down? Or no, well, you gotta slow down a little, but like keep drinking. As soon as you wake up, start drinking.
Yeah, that's what they. I can't do that though. I need
Clearly.
To. Yeah, clearly. I couldn't even go shopping.
You didn't get to the jeans store?
No, I
Jeans,
didn't
jeans,
get to,
jeans.
I didn't get to the whole Renfrew. I didn't get to
That's
do all
brutal.
that. Yeah,
With the gay guys? Was that's when that text
That's why I
that
wanted
says
to go.
Flamboyant.
flamboyant, just is throwing jeans everywhere and
Strong possibility the flamboyant
That's-
is gay, but that's fine.
I even made
there's
notes
a place,
for this.
jeans.
Is there?
That this guy, like, he just
never
looks
been.
at you and this somebody texted this in.
Yeah.
And he looks at you and he knows like what jeans you need and he like just throws jeans at you.
Yeah,
And
you
apparently
go
they
there.
fit,
would-
I
and
would
they
love
fit,
to go in there just to see.
and
to
they
experience
fit
that?
perfectly.
Yeah.
Like he crushes it or they crush it or whatever.
Okay.
And when I
Figure
looked them
this
up
out.
online, it looks like it's not like this beautiful looking facility. Like it just looks like this is a place that just has jeans. And these people specialize in jeans. So
Very
Jasmine didn't
interesting.
get to jeans.
I didn't, but I had a blast, and I just want to say that I'm glad I can still do it at my age, and because
done.
at one time when you're not going to be able to do 4 nights in a row like that.
Well, you can. You just have
Pace yourself.
Oh,
the
I
3
did.
days after.
Did you get like Pedialyte in the body and stuff like that? to
Yeah, we
help?
did.
Okay, well that's
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Pedialyte?
Yeah,
That's the way to go.
yeah.
works.
Put in your
Have to.
Gatorade.
The best stuff is drip drop. I don't know if we have it here in Canada yet.
Do you
Though.
know it's a scam?
Drip drop?
Yeah,
No, it's awesome. Have you had?
Is that like where you have the needle?
yeah.
No.
IV.
Is that the IV?
That's
No,
going to
no.
West Ed.
Drip drop is like
Interesting.
it's a electrolyte like super enhancer, and it
Oh.
works. It's as far as I know, like we have liquid IV here, but I don't think it's as good as drip drop.
There was a nasty that suggested morning something. I don't know. I ordered it on Amazon. I didn't like it. It
No
was
idea.
like a big discussion one day. Not here. It was like on Nielsen's show or something.
There's a place we're opening up in West Ed that says IVs or something. It's
Isn't
poured
that
up there.
illegal though? Like
I have no idea what
No.
it is, but it is supposed to be the best way to do it because
Yeah.
you're injecting the hydration right into you or whatever it is.
I did date
Yeah, you gotta
a
fill the tanks back up.
yeah,
Yeah.
paramedic, and she's like, "Wow."
You did what?
sometime- Dated a paramedic, and she's like, "Yeah, you just get you an IV, you'll be fine."
Did it work?
I never did it.
You shoulda
But she said that that's their secret.
That would be amazing.
Yeah, it would be.
Like, you know, those days where you just feel like you're on death's door
Yep.
and they just stick it in, fill you back
Away you
up,
go.
and then an
Yeah.
hour later
Round
it's
two.
like, let's go.
Yep.
Boom. Let's have at it.
Man, that would be amazing.
Yeah, it's been the sign's up in West Ed for a few months. I don't know what's going on, but it's supposed to be a place that's opening there.
Bet she's very excited.
Jasmine on the way coming in. She could have just gotten an ID.
Yeah.
Stop.
And she's got
Yeah.
the Fairmont Yeti, like just in this little
Fairmont,
class of-
Austin.
Wow, look at that.
She goes all over for Fairmont. Not only does she go to the Fairmont, she gets their Yetis.
Wow. Amazing.
You guys. Yeah.
We're all over you.
On here. Yeah.
It's tough when the spotlight's on.
I knew I was going to get it. I'm back from this trip.
Reminder, we do have the keyword for the EST Flyaway to LA presented by the 7080 coming up on the show. We want to send you to LA to go see some basketball, some football, and some hockey. So that keyword coming probably just after 10 o'clock here on the Hangout on Edmonton Sports Talk.
Okay, let's spend the next hour and a half ripping Stuart Skinner. That was totally sarcastic,
I think
by the way.
Stuart should probably just retire.
Good. Yes.
I think he's done. I think he's washed up.
Yeah.
I think yesterday proved that. And he's just never going to make it.
Right. Well, I mean, the people on the LRT post game were 100% correct in chanting Skinner sucks. Brilliant stuff. Brilliant stuff.
Oh,
You didn't
Really?
catch that? Yeah.
Yeah, I guess apparently after the game on the LRT, there's Stuart Skinner sucks chant.
oh.
Clearly a lack of knowledge.
How about that? Wow.
I know. It's just like, okay.
Wow. Like, didn't he like make some unbelievable saves?
I don't
last
know.
night, like some
I said
highlight
that,
reels.
but-
Didn't he like pull it like a Dominic Hasek where he's on his back? He threw something up in the air.
Yep.
Stopped the puck.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he sucks.
Some of the criticism
Sorry,
I
that's
saw
my
for him yesterday online was that he didn't look confident. That he was flopping around and flailing. That was some of the stuff I saw early,
Oh
like
my
throughout the
God.
first and second period was because like he was making saves. He hadn't given up a goal, and he wasn't looking. He didn't look good in it. He didn't look like he had control of the net, and he was getting lucky. / the Hurricanes were missing opportunities. So that's where. And look, one I will say is that the Hurricanes did miss some opportunities.
Yes, they did. We
Throughout part of that
acknowledge
game. But Stuart then also didn't let the puck in the back of the net through 2 periods.
Isn't that what we all sit here and say we need? Like, hey, we need that extra save. We need that one save that can keep us in the game.
Yeah.
Did he not do that?
Many times yesterday.
Many
Yes,
times. So
many
regardless of whether the Canes missed the net or not, the others had plenty of opportunities to score too. It's not like they couldn't have put the puck in the net or have that one extra thing that, wins them the game. But the reality is we all sit here and say, we need that extra save from our goaltenders. He gave you tons of them.
His last few starts have been good. I mean, the one goal people really ripped on was the first Duchesne one in Dallas. I understand that, but he was good against Calgary. He was good against Philly. And then I thought he was excellent last night, but no. Never mind the fact they only scored 2 goals a game. But let's rip on the goalie.
When late second, I think Reed looked next to me and he's like, they're going to need a third.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He knew right off
Yeah.
the bat, and they never got it.
It was Hyman not being able to bury that 2-on-1.
He could have just shot it.
I thought so, too. He had a lane.
He had a lane to shoot it, and he tried to go. He tries to do that move all the time, which obviously works quite a bit.
Yeah.
But when you're fighting the puck a little bit and you're not scoring like you should, you probably should just shoot the puck into like that wide open thing.
Ah.
But I mean, I don't know anything, so
What level did you play?
not high enough.
Oh, okay.
They're calling him 007 on Twitter.
Who?
Hyman with the 0 and 7 games.
Oh.
It's the Canucks fans that are doing it. Yeah, 'cause it's
Of
their
course.
jerseys commenting, right? They're in the pictures.
So they could do that for 3 days, and then it's gone.
Yeah, exactly.
Like it's a very
He's
short term
coming back.
nickname.
But what-
Well, it's
Yeah.
also, but like when he plays 8th game, you can't go 008.
Exactly.
That's where it's just a weird little
He's-
nickname.
How's Elias Pettersson doing?
I think he's actually doing okay.
I
Right?
don't know. I haven't been
I
paying
don't pay
attention
attention
to
to the
Vancouver.
Canucks. No, like I'm in snake bit right now.
Yeah.
And naturally he was going to have a drop off to start, or this season. He wasn't going to be able to duplicate his overall 70 goals from last year. That was going to be difficult. Vancouver, let's see what Pettersson's doing right now for you.
I got a headline just saying Patterson's struggling mightily to score.
6 games, 0 goals, 3 assists.
Okay.
Oh, so he's doing so much better. Yeah. Okay. That's good.
Right?
Yeah.
I think people should stop panicking with the Oilers. I feel like they're just getting better and better, exactly what we expected.
Their games have been
Right?
better.
Yeah.
They played 2 really good periods
They're
against
waking up.
Dallas, and then they had a good game yesterday, and they can't score. They need to score. They don't score
So
goals.
the second goal on Skinner was a backdoor tap in, was it not?
Yeah,
Okay. So what would you like Skinner to do there?
save it.
Right. So he plays it so that he comes out. He's on top of the crease. He's doing everything that he can. They go backdoor tap in. Nothing you can do there. So they went across the road easily. Boom,
Yeah,
done. So
and
we
I'm
don't
not
pick up
going
a
to blame the
stick.
2 guys that completely let the guy go to the
No,
back
why
door to
would
tap
you
it
do
in.
that? And then the third goal, I guess the OT winner, there was a turnover that happened in neutral zone. It was a 2-on-1.
2 guys blow the zone.
Then they blow the zone again, come back for another 2-on-1.
That's
They
right.
cross the road, and it was a one-timer shelf.
Stu should have had it.
Belsey,
what a
maybe you can
putz.
relate, but
We're being sarcastic to those that don't understand sarcasm.
yeah, Belsey, maybe you can relate, but like Hyman does have a newborn too, right?
Oh yeah, like
That affects
that's
you, right?
tough.
Doesn't
That's
it,
actually
though?
really tough.
Is
yeah.
it true in like hockey players' lives when their family kind of changes up, that does affect your play on the ice?
I could see that very well. I mean, like
Sleep.
yesterday, I slept probably for 5 hours, but previous to that, I think I had combined 3 hours of sleep. So I mean,
He's not sleeping?
he
what I
wasn't. He wasn't the other day.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I scolded him last night.
Yeah.
I was like, "Listen, man. Every time at night you become an A or an ASSHOLE. Like you need to stop and sleep."
Yeah.
And then he just calmed right down. I'm like, "That's my boy."
That's the tone. You got to use your tone, right?
he
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to. And then he
yeah.
pooped.
Has he peed?
He had to poop.
Yeah. Now, you said he peed on Lindsay a couple of times and
Yes.
on Grandma. Has he gotten you yet?
He hasn't gotten me
Wow.
yet. Yeah.
That's a mutual respect thing.
I'm too savvy for that.
Okay.
Because like I put something over top,
Yeah.
so that if he does, then it goes there.
Yeah.
But hey, I know because I've had experience.
Right.
Too much. But yes, it could definitely affect your game because you could be up all night, have to show up for practice, and becomes you want to be rested, right? Obviously, you want to be sharp mentally because that's what you need in games. So when you're playing at that high pace, and yesterday was high pace,
Yeah.
so it could be a factor to it for sure.
And just like a side question here, do like hockey wives expect the dad to like wake up and, you know, it's their turn to rock the baby or whatever it is?
I would say that is completely each couple.
Okay. So it is,
Some,
so they
some
do.
maybe, some not. I
Okay.
don't know. It's just yeah.
Well, if you ever read the book on the Showtime Lakers from the 80s, Pat Riley, his mantra when he was running Lakers then was, "You're at home." Like he'd go to the wives and be like, "You're at home. You take care of all of that. The players don't have time for any of that." And like he wanted that separation of,
As a woman, I agree.
you do that, but I don't know. I don't think that's the way it would be nowadays. And I don't think a coach could go
Exactly.
dictate that either.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't think Chris
Exactly.
Knobloch could be like, "Hey,
I don't think
wives,
that's gonna happen.
hey, I
yeah.
need you guys to, pick.
Yeah.
This is your job is at home so that they could do better over here."
Yeah, true.
But
Yeah,
that's
that
how
wouldn't
Pat
go over
Riley
very
used to.
well.
No, I don't
But that's
think
why
so.
I asked you because it's like the modern day way, right? It's like, no,
Yeah.
you need to also be involved. Like at night, you
I
also
would-
need to go
But I
get
think
him.
some
I already
parents
did
would
it.
also, or some of the guys would want to be involved.
Of course.
Yeah.
But that's a separate thing, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. I think that'd be just each couple, right? Like
Yeah.
they kind of figure out their own plan and go from there. So I know that there's been times where Lindsay saved me, where she's like, "Hey, I'll take care of the kid. You sleep because you got to get up and work for 14 hours." So
Legit,
like
yeah.
she's been fantastic, but there's obviously times where I want to get up too, and so
Help her out.
yeah.
Of course. Good.
Buster TN, quote unquote Buster TN. I don't know why the name's in there twice on YouTube. Skinner's an average goalie who periodically has an above average game. Their D's average at best and honestly below average. So when they aren't scoring, they aren't winning. I'm going to get to the second part to that where the D is average at best, maybe below average, and they're not winning if they're not scoring. That's kind of what we all said, though. Like the story was going into the season was
Yeah.
that defensively
Yeah.
they're not as good, and they're going to have to outscore outscore
Their
teams.
problems. Yep.
Well, 0 goals in game 1, 2 goals against the Blackhawks, 1 goal against the Flames. Then the 2 wins that they had, 4 goals in both of those, back to 1 against the Stars, 2 last night. This is going as people expect. Like the D isn't as good as it was last year. That everyone knew.
Yep.
It was about scoring. And that was even before the CC ish and then the
Well-
Broberg and all that. When they made their the moves on Canada Day, everyone's like, well, this team's just going to outscore everyone else.
Yep.
And you're not scoring right now.
And the other piece I'll add to that is that you've been trailing in almost every game.
Yep.
Outside the last couple, they've trailed, and now all of a sudden you're chasing the game. So you have to play a different way to chase the game, as opposed to settling into your systems. You don't have to take as many chances. But when you're down coming into the third period, well, now you're trying to open it up a little bit so that you can manufacture some offense. So that obviously makes it a little bit harder too. And then some of the chances that you give up are grade A chances. So for a team that isn't great defensively already, if you've got to open it up, well, what do you think you're going to give up?
Grade A chances.
Yeah.
Why do you use logic and reason?
I don't know. I'm sorry.
What is wrong with
I'm
you?
sorry.
Just-
Stop yelling at me, Tom.
Use emotion and a blinded look at things.
Expletives?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. How dare you?
I don't
use
think Skinner's.
common
I don't
sense?
think Skinner's an average goaltender. I would say he's an above average goaltender.
He took us to Game 7, the Stanley Cup
Wait,
Finals.
hang on. Let's speak for the fans here. He barely got through the Vancouver series. If it wasn't for Pickard, he wouldn't have got there.
Yeah.
I can see why some still aren't fully sold on Skinner.
He's in his third full year.
Absolutely. And that's where it's like I could see why people then would say that he's an average goalie right now, is that he hasn't proven, because he
That
hasn't
I
had the
understand.
sample size
That I
to
understand.
sit there and say that he is this better goalie. Buster Tien, who also said, doesn't know why YouTube's doing the double name thing. I've never seen that. I don't think he's ripping on Skinner there, but I think the point was, like, where defense, it's below average, you got to outscore this. And to me, though, it's the offense isn't doing its job. Right now.
No.
The Oilers are, what is it with the record officially, 2-4 or
2-4-1.
2-4-1.
Their offense hasn't been good.
It's the offense hasn't. That's supposed to be the strength of the teams to get them the wins, especially before the trade deadline, where they're supposed to then go shore up the defense. They're supposed to go shore up the all around defensive game, but notably the top 4 defensemen, and then get rolling for the playoffs. And it's not. They're not doing their jobs now. Is this going to continue? Them. Averaging, 2 goals a game or whatever it is right now.
It is straight up just 2 goals a game.
I don't think that's going to continue.
No,
I'm not going to say I
either
don't
way.
think. It's not going to continue.
Right.
They're going to start scoring more goals. We haven't seen that McDavid or Leon FU game type thing.
Connor tried yesterday.
It was looking like it could be yesterday, but didn't end up happening.
No, that's true.
Can I just throw this out? Because we've talked about this before, Tom. So within the league, how many teams are there?
32.
32 teams. How many elite level goaltenders are there in the league?
I'd say like 7.
7. So then after that, you take out your 7, you're left with the remaining teams. And would you not put Stuart Skinner in that upper echelon of the remaining teams?
I think he's worked his way into that.
100%. So he is an above average goaltender. And the reality is that goaltending has changed in the last, 10, 15 years, where Brodeur was an idol, Waugh was an idol. All these guys, people looked up to those goaltenders and they wanted to emulate those and they wanted to be the next guy. But since the YouTube era started, you don't ever see goaltenders making those nasty saves every single time.
they're
What do you see?
blockers.
You see McDavid, you see McKinnon, you see McCarr, you see all those guys that are putting up highlight reel goals. And now all of a sudden, everything's swung to becoming a player, not a goaltender. So there's not as many good goaltenders coming into the league, or elite level goaltenders coming to the league. So now you're stuck with what you have. And right now, Stuart Skinner, if you were to take the elite 7 or 8 out of the conversation, he's in the upper echelon, hence why he's a candidate for Team Canada.
Right.
I don't think Team Canada brass would just be like, man, I want one of the worst goaltenders in the league. Let's add him to our roster. Like, that's not even a factual comment. So they're taking the best that they have. And right now, he's one of the best that they have for a Canadian goaltender. That is my argument to
fair
him being
statement.
above average.
Nothing?
No, but the nasty chat has stuff to say.
Go on.
Smitty the Welder said he doesn't agree with Belzy on Skinner being an above average goalie. He's definitely average at best. Sure, he has the odd above average game, but way more below average games. But he was great last night.
Any others?
I like Rip
What?
City.
I'm on.
It's bopping.
Oilers have at least a point in every game Nurse has played on the right side. Makes you think.
By the way, speaking of that, I was listening to the boys on the morning
Rip
show
City.
too. I think Nurse has been okay.
Yep.
And then people have been saying like the media protects him. How? Why?
Man,
We
the
as
media was
media have-
all over him last season.
Right.
Are you kidding me? This guy gets so
That is-
bullied in our city.
He
But
might
by
be
the
the one.
media or not, like he definitely gets it from
The fans,
But that
yeah.
it was the media part. That's where that was coming from.
Yeah.
I don't think the media is easy on him at all. I think the media is
No.
all over him too.
He's been all right this year. They made him play the right side yesterday, and it was like that wasn't a tire fire.
But what have we known about Darnell the whole time? Is the minute he decides that he wants to be an aggressive player, he's a better player.
Right.
Anytime he wants to be passive, he's not so good.
Now, if you want to make the $9 million argument, which is probably where a lot of people will take it, and we would go, you're right. He's not a $9 million defenseman. But the Oilers aren't asking him to be a $9 million defenseman. They're just trying to get him to be an adequate defenseman to help their back end.
Yep.
Money aside.
Yep.
But some will never put the money aside.
That is very
And
true.
you can. It's the Sean Horkoff syndrome type thing. Where
Yes.
he was a $7 million
100%.
player, and that's all people would focus on. Even though actually his cap it was $5.5 million.
Yeah.
Great reminder.
And even if you would have had him at $5 million, people would have probably never said a word because he probably would have been worth that $5 million.
Yeah.
It's almost like if somebody said, "Hey, Matty, I'm going to give you $7 million," or you ask me for $7 million, I say, "Sure." You're mad at him? I'm not going to be mad at you, Matty.
What? And you ask for as much money as you can.
Yeah.
You start.
And if somebody says yes, is that my fault or is that your fault?
Yeah, exactly.
So
Take
why
it.
are you mad at Horkoff? He's
yeah.
playing. He hasn't changed his game. He's the same person. Why are you mad at Nurse? He hasn't changed his game. He's the exact same person.
Are you sure he hasn't changed his game?
That might have been a stretch.
Like that one.
I agree.
That one I feel like
Yes, he did change his game. Yeah.
he's not as aggressive. He's not as physical. So that's where he needs to get back to doing that a lot more.
Yeah, I will agree with you on that one. That last comment was a stretch.
Sorry, come on. If I didn't say anything,
Yeah, I
I
know.
the media's protecting Darnell Nurse here for sure.
They
With
would
the
have been
Hangout.
coming in pretty quick on that one.
I'm still not worried about this team.
Me
I'm
neither.
far from worried about this team. Get me to April. They're in the playoffs still, and we'll see what happens. Sure, maybe they're not going to have home ice throughout, and if that's the big factor everyone wants, okay, we'll see if that plays a factor in the playoffs. There's only one way to tell: play the playoffs, but they're fine.
They're fine. Compare them again to Calgary.
Calgary
Calgary
has not
wins.
lost in regulation.
Like, let's be honest, right?
They'll have their drop
5-0
off.
and 1, 6
Calgary.
Yeah.
Who
Yes,
was
they
the,
will.
like?
funny.
I feel like who was the team last year? There's always those teams that
Buffalo has gotten off to good starts. Arizona had a good
I
start
feel like
last year.
was it? I might be thinking Arizona.
Yeah, there-
Anaheim 2 years ago, I think, had a great
There's
start.
been a few teams, and then they just torpedo their own seasons in November.
Yeah, I think Arizona, they fell off a cliff in what? Was
January.
it January?
Yeah, that's
Last
when
year
the
was
They had
rumors
a
started.
really good start.
Yeah, the rumors started
Yeah.
swirling that they were on
Yeah.
the move.
Didn't they lose like 8 straight after that or something
Yeah.
like that? It was ridiculous.
bad.
What day is it today? Today's the 23rd. Let's go to the 23rd last year and see what we got for standings.
Let's.
Who was the top team? Boston was 5-0. Detroit was 5-1. Montreal was 3-1-1. Ottawa's 3-2. Florida was 2-3 last year at this time. It's through 5 games. Let's see if I'll go a couple more days to try to get closer to 7
Yeah,
days.
yeah.
Who's played 7 games here?
If it makes anybody
There we
feel
go.
better, the Oilers have now matched the point total that they had when they got Jay Woodcroft fired last year.
Oh,
Oh, see, they got lots of time.
yeah.
Well, he actually won that last game, so
Oh, man.
but the one that sealed his fate.
Hey, we
Florida
gotta-
was 3-3 last year at this time. We all know what happened with them.
Yeah.
Montreal was 4-2-1 at this time last year. New Jersey was 4-2-1 at this time last year. Didn't they bottom out?
They missed the playoffs.
Yeah, because they. When did they fire coach? There was 2 years ago they fired their coach. Or was it last year they fired?
They got rid of Lindy Ruff at the end of the year.
Was it the end of the year?
Yeah.
Um,
But they had the chant fire Lindy, and then
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
like a month later they're like, sorry, Lindy.
That was great.
And then Anaheim was 3-4 through 7 last year. The Oilers were 1-5-1. See, so they're better.
We were on the cusp of the Heritage Classic.
Yeah, see, they're
That's
better.
a year ago today, is it not?
Oh, wow.
23rd.
Time flies.
Yeah,
It can't be a year ago today.
it is.
But that was a Saturday. Today's a Wednesday.
Leap year?
That doesn't. That usually it would only you could
Was
only
it
go
the
to 2
24th
days.
last year or 23rd?
I'm just trying to think. Like the number doesn't add. Maybe it was the 23rd.
I don't know. I'm not
But the
good
number
at that.
doesn't add up because usually it's either a day or two later. October 21st was a Saturday last year,
Okay.
or the 28th.
Are you sure it was on a Saturday?
Was it Saturday or Sunday?
I can't remember, man.
I think.
Heritage Classic.
What is thing? October 29th, 2023.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
Which was a Sunday.
Okay.
There.
So it was a Sunday, but it was also October 29th.
Great time.
Yeah, it was.
It was a fun time.
I enjoyed it.
Did you get hungover from that one?
No, you watch it, okay?
I'm just asking a question.
Hey, when you're out of town, it's different, okay?
There's nothing wrong with being hungover.
Not hungover.
It's just a reminder of a
Why do
good
you
time.
not?
You are
Okay,
totally
hold up.
hungover.
You would rather be sick right now than hungover.
No, because I'm fine. I'm fine.
You said you had something. It's a hangover
My tummy
that by
hurts a
the
little
time
bit.
Friday comes, you'll be good. You'll be ready to
Did you
go.
just say my tummy hurts a little bit? Oh, man. Yeah, hungover.
Hungover, you know, like
I don't want to follow you where you're walking out.
Hey, I battled through it. Oh, man, that's great.
you're fine.
My tummy hurts.
You'll be good. Get a little more hydrated. What are you even drinking?
Ginger tea.
Right, that's what you
Oh.
had.
Yeah.
See, so you got the nice hydration
Yeah.
coming. You're fine.
I know.
That's-
You need
Amazing.
another nice day's rest. You need a little bit of greasy food today.
You're right. McChicken it is.
Delicious.
Oh,
Sorry.
good stuff. That's good stuff right there. I don't think you're living that one down. My tummy hurts.
Well, or the fact that she comes in here going, "I'm sick." When no, you're hungover.
Hungover.
Oh, I knew I
Have
was
you
gonna
had
get
the
roasted.
2-3 days hangover before?
No, it's usually just that one day, and you're just kind of tired and achy.
So you're fine. Yeah, no, you're experiencing now that I've never had the 2-3 day hangover.
I don't know
You
about-
had one this summer.
I've had a couple this summer.
Okay.
You had a summer.
So now
though.
you're having
I
just
did
the
have a
2-3 day
summer,
hangover.
But you know what? On top of that, you guys don't wear like high heels all day either. You know, like
What's that got to do with your stomach?
Yeah.
I'm just saying that you're tired too. Like your body is aching, your feet are aching.
Right. Why are you coming? Like, we're just telling you that you're not sick.
Yeah.
You're just experiencing the after effects of Montreal.
Oh, if my boss is watching this, just hit the like. We can talk about it later. Okay.
You're getting some sympathy.
How you're going? But first, hit that like. Get that like in there, and then go away. We'll talk.
Andrea via the Paris Jewelers inbox says, "Poor Jasmine. She hasn't even been home for 24 hours. LOL." Then another one says, "Jasmine, there could be more than one reason why your tummy hurts."
oh, I see.
I don't. But okay.
It's I think it's a pregnancy joke.
Oh.
Oh, I wasn't
It's
thinking
not
that.
that
I was
I
thinking
wasn't.
that maybe that they were because you came in thinking I was sick
Yeah.
and your stomach hurts. That's why you're sick. But we're going, well, it also could mean that you're hungover.
Oh,
and I'm over here
right.
trying to be like Greg Wyshynski with the no, I have stomach flu, I think. Anyways.
Anyway.
So did you guys watch the Lakers game?
I did.
Right? I kept trying.
1-0,
my best to watch
baby.
it.
1-0.
Oh, that's what you're gonna talk about?
What else is there to talk about?
I don't know.
How about Bronny getting pranked by his dad? Hilarious.
Was that a prank?
It was a Nike prank.
It was a Nike
They
prank.
filmed it
That's
for
great.
Nike.
You don't think that that's going to happen?
Oh, I'm sorry. You mean with the cereal?
The
Yeah.
Fruity Pebbles
Oh,
in the
yeah,
car.
yeah.
Hilarious.
Yeah,
When he opened up
That
the
was
I thought it
door.
was great. And you know that's going to happen to him.
Also, when
I'm looking
Bronny
forward
came
to it.
on, Ant-Man was right in his face.
I loved that.
Like, right
He's
off
like
the bat.
talking, right in
Yeah.
his ear. Yeah.
No, I can't. Like the Lakers, whenever there's a buzz to start a season, I always feel like they come out flat and they have a loss. I'd have to look at their seasons, but I feel like they always start 1-0 or 0-1. And under JJ Redick, baby, 1-0,
He's good, eh?
taking us to the promised
Yeah.
land.
I mean, it's
Yes,
the first
us.
game, but oh, brother.
The fact that, like, go ahead.
Timberwolves.
No, you
What
I was
is-
just going to
what
say
is
the fact that
Bucks?
Bronny is playing games is that just because that was game one? Because like if this was any other player outside of LeBron's son,
Give 3 minutes.
he's probably not seeing the light of day.
I don't know about that.
Are you sure?
3 minutes isn't a lot.
Dude, that guy probably shouldn't even be in the league.
Obviously not. Nepotism at its finest.
He had a rebound.
I mean,
He wasn't dashed, so he didn't have zeros across
Even
the
a
board.
blind squirrel finds a nut. Natty.
but if
Well,
that
he
pass,
did have he had something.
if that pass to Bronny and Bronny made that shot, it would have been pretty epic. But he
It would've
didn't.
been, yeah.
Right. So
No, 'cause
therefore,
LeBron knows he needs to win this basketball game, and he can't worry about that. I would have, if I would. The only thing I would, we talked about it a little bit on the Hangout yesterday. Myself, Dean, and Eric. I would have started Bronny and LeBron, and then got Bronny off, and just got it over with.
what about the hype though? Everybody needs the hype. You're anticipating when he's coming out.
Yeah,
He's
I don't,
zipping
because I don't
his
want
hoodie.
it. I want the team just focusing on the basketball game. I want that.
But if you start Bronny, then you're not focusing on the basketball.
I am, because I'm pulling him quicker, and then it's basketball from there.
Yeah, but there's theatrics involved in this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
and
first game and all this.
I know, but if I'm JJ Redick, like I don't want, because you have to play Bronny at some point yesterday. He has to
Do
go
you,
out.
though?
Yes.
Because you know his dad doesn't care.
Because you don't want this story to continue. You don't want this story, because then the story becomes, if Bronny doesn't play yesterday, well, Bronny's not good enough to be on this team.
He isn't. He should
Sure.
be sent down to the D League.
But now you have all of that.
Or is it the G League?
It's the G League, because Gatorade
sorry. Yeah.
sponsors it.
Yeah.
But now you have all this attention. But then it's, oh, well, they shouldn't, like, it just adds to this team. Then LeBron has to be asked about. Then Bronny has to be asked about. So you want to get it over with if you're JJ Redick. And to
Okay,
me,
so now you got your 2 minutes of fame.
It's done.
Now, can you move him down to the G League and call it a day and allow him to actually develop? Because he's not going to develop sitting on the bench.
Well, we'll see. Maybe JJ Redick has a plan.
Oh, God.
Wow, Maddie, you actually think Bronny's good?
I don't know. I don't know if he could actually go and be decent
Nice,
enough.
Matty Hyman.
He should have been. He should have stayed in college. He should not have went to the pros. Like that right there is the issue. He should not have went to the pros. But he's there now, and maybe there's ways to get him. Maybe there is some growth, or maybe there will be some time in the G League coming.
There should be.
But getting some time first in with the big club.
No. He should be instantly in the G League. Let him develop his game down there. Get away from the spotlight. Just go develop your game. Turn it around. Do something to be able to become a player.
I'll say this: they're 1-0 in the Bronny era.
Oh, God.
Well, what's bigger news is just kidding. Did you guys see Ant-Man and Jefferson's interview together? Justin Jefferson did an interview together.
No.
And how Ant-Man said if he wins a few championships, he wants to go into the NFL.
Oh, yeah.
You see this? It was on
I
NBA
did.
today.
I saw that
yesterday.
on Twitter, yeah.
It was really interesting.
I didn't
How
see
many
the full
championships does he
comment,
have
though.
right now?
Ant-Man?
Yeah,
Nothing, right?
exactly.
Yeah.
So he wants to win a couple and then goes to the NBA.
It's a fair thing. He's still a young guy.
He's got to still go win 2. So that's a minimum 2 more years. Minimum.
I was rooting for the Timberwolves yesterday because of Ant-Man. Ant-Man's cool.
Yeah, you also hate the Lakers.
I hate the Lakers because of people like you.
What do you mean, people like me?
People like you and my brother. You're annoying.
Lakers fans are nuts.
Okay,
But
Kawhi
they're
Leonard
great.
fans will choose them.
But I love the loyalty to the Lakers.
True.
But they can be a bit much.
It's just like
Like this Bronny era nonsense that I just heard.
there you go.
That's outrageous.
Stuff like that, right? It's just like
Because because everyone wants to just rip on the Lakers for everything. The Lakers, so we've come back at you. Deal with it.
I'm not
Suck
ripping
it up.
on the Lakers. All I'm saying is that Bronny needs time to develop
Sure.
his own game.
How are you doing?
Fair enough.
I'm great.
I wanna go see if I can find-
very much.
Last year, the LA Lakers started
John,
the
get
season
involved, man.
with the Lakers
get
started
it.
off 0-5 last year. They're already better than last year.
Well, that's
Darvin
good.
Ham was an awful coach, though. The year prior to that started with a loss. I want to see when the last time they won the season opener. It wasn't in 2020, 2021. What about 1920? No, they lost that year. See? Bronny's bringing the good juju to this team.
Jeez.
It's one game.
Yeah, but they haven't won that first game since
You know what?
2016-17 when Luke Walton was their coach, and they finished 26-56 that year. Jeez, that's bad. See? Bronny's carrying them to the promised land.
This is the thing. This is why I wanted the Yankees to lose because I got to listen to this nonsense all day long. With
You're the one that brought up the Lakers.
I just want to talk about Ant-Man, and all of a sudden you wanted to talk about the Lakers, all right?
Yeah, because which team won?
I'm gonna stay in this basketball world.
Go
Tommy,
for it.
you can stay silent if you want. But in GQ magazine, there's a little article that came out about Kawhi Leonard. So Kawhi apparently explained why he chose the Clippers instead of Toronto. And one of the quotes was, I just wanted to go to a franchise where I could try to help build a legacy. What are your thoughts on that? Because I got lots of thoughts on that.
Kawhi could have done that in Toronto.
That's my first thought.
He went to because I thought he went to the Clippers because his family was close by and he just wanted to go to LA.
Well, now we're finding out that that's not actually true.
Yeah, but you're not going to win a dynasty or whatever with the Clippers.
Not with the Lakers
But who do you think you are, Kawhi? You're injured all the time. Who are you to say that you're the best on the team anymore?
I agree. I thought that Kawhi came off a season in which the Raptors did everything in their power to make sure he was happy, healthy. They won a championship. They had depth galore. And you had an entire nation behind you that if you would have stuck around, you probably would have won a second championship.
You probably could have got another superstar because you just showed them that you won a championship. Let's go again. Whoever wants to win, come with me.
Well, but they didn't.
You could
they
have brought Paul George there. They
Yes.
did discuss it.
Exactly.
But they still had Anunoby out.
Yeah.
He didn't even play that year. So if you could add, if your starting lineup looked like Kyle, Van Vliet came off the bench, I think, at that point. So you could have had Kyle, you could have had Leonard, you could have had Siakam, you could have had Anunoby, and you could have had Gasol. That's your starting five? Oh.
I know. Just
Good
hearing those
luck.
names and how they're just distributed amongst the NBA now and no longer with us, right?
That would have been an absolute powerhouse of a team. So I don't understand. Like, you get up and leave, and is it just bad advice from what was his uncle?
His uncle was the big one.
Yeah.
Ah, yes. This is true.
Was ultimately rumored to be. So here's the full paragraph from that GQ article.
Yeah.
For some players, oh no, I got to go higher up, paragraph higher because it adds from there.
What?
You're acting like me when I was hungover.
I'm not hungover. I
So
didn't
there's
even
two
have a beverage
paragraphs I'll
last
go
night.
from. There's no better symbol of the Clippers' hope for change and status than their new arena built at a rumored cost of more than $2 billion. By the way, that's Intuit Dome, which you can go see with EST Flyway. You were coming
right.
up.
First game
That's not in the article. I'm just
Yeah.
from 1999 through last season, the Clippers shared the Crypto.com arena, formerly Staples Center, with the Lakers, and the team inhabited the building in different ways. For home games, the Clippers covered the Lakers' 17 championship banners. That's right, 17 people. While the Lakers had no such problem. The Clippers had never won a title, nor did they have any retired jerseys in their rafters. Even the look and feel of the games were different. I would say the Lakers vibe is more like you're going to watch a show. Everywhere is dark. The stage is lit up. Clippers guard Terrence Mann told me, quote, and ours is more like a basketball game. For some players, that was the appeal. During his free agency in 2019, Leonard was rumored to be a Lakers target, but ultimately opted for the other Staples Center locker room. Quote, I just wanted to go to a franchise where I could try to help build a legacy, end quote. He told me this spring. So read it, like, that's why he chose Clippers. Like, actually,
Over
I'll
the
say this,
Lakers.
over the Lakers, but I also will go a little bit into the Raptors there, is that when I read the two quote paragraphs there, the Raptors have a history pre-Kawhi. They have Vince Carter.
Yes.
They have
Yeah.
other great Chris Bosh. They
T-Mac.
have players. They have
T-Mac,
that,
yeah.
and
I'm still here.
Yeah, I know.
the Clippers, based on that, is, even though they've been in the league for how long, have actually nothing. And for him, for legacy, you go and you take the Clippers to the promised land, which you hope to do in 2019. You've now built the legacy, the foundation of the legacy of the Clippers history. So I'm okay with that quote.
Which is fair. I mean,
When I read into deeper into that quote, into that where that's quote's
Yeah, it gives
coming
you a little
from,
bit more
the context to it,
Yeah.
I understand what he's saying there, and especially like Lakers versus Clippers. You go to the Lakers, your legacy, if you go win, is the stars win in LA.
Do you
like the
create-
majority of the stars of basketball have at least played for the Lakers. So you do join an upper echelon, but you're with all of them. Whereas if you go in the Clippers, you're by yourself. in a
okay, but
sense.
do you create a legacy after 1 year?
Nope.
So even if you would have won the next season, that's still not truly a legacy. Like, a legacy
Well-
to me is that
Well, he wants to win
s-
multiple with the Clippers.
But the Clippers are always going to be second fiddle when it comes to the LA conversation.
Yes.
So you're not actually going to go out and get the best guys. Like, if
But you
look
might,
at,
if you're Kawhi, you might be arrogant enough to think that if we go win a few,
they
people are
definitely
going
thought they were
people are
arrogant.
going to go and join the Clippers and not the Lakers, because that means the Lakers still aren't winning, and the Lakers had been having a bad time They just got
But
AD.
the Lakers are the Lakers.
Yes.
And the Lakers are always going to get the free agents. So you can have a 1 year window where they're going to be garbage. You can have a 2 year window, maybe.
It's 10.
But
Maybe not
yeah, but
10. Maybe
it wasn't
8.
10. But they were always in the mix. They're always in the picture. They're always in the conversation.
12 through
to go in
19, they were not good.
Going after free agents, though.
That's why I don't like the Lakers. That's another
But the
reason.
Clippers have been a dumpster fire since they started.
Which is wonderful. I always go to Snoop Dogg because like there was the Laker fans, you know, there was the watch at 80 Kawhi and LeBron. What would have that been? Like it was like bring on all the titles to the Laker land. And then when Kawhi signed with the Clippers, like Laker fans were like, well, screw you and stuff. I got to find the Snoop Dogg
By the
quote
way,
for this.
I've been to a Clippers game and a Lakers game at what was Staples Center. Way different vibe. That is legit.
The two teams?
Yeah, in the same building. The Lakers game was like an event. The Clippers game was like, yeah, there's a basketball game here tonight.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Snoop Dogg's list of he tweeted this after Kawhi signed with the Clippers. Looks like I need to remind Clipper fans the hierarchy of LA basketball. One, the Lakers. 2, UCLA basketball. 3, the Sparks. 4, USC basketball. 5, Westchester Comets. 6, all Drew League teams. 7, YMCA Junior Lakers. 8, the pickup teams at Venice Beach. 9, the Clippers.
That is vicious.
Oh, that tells you
Dead.
everything you need to know.
Well, but that's I think Kawhi was just arrogant that he thought him and Paul George would go to the Clippers and they would elevate that team. They'd win both championships and they'd start becoming the team of LA. And that was very quickly realized. I would hope he realized that wasn't going to happen. Is that when he went to the Dodgers game after he got signed, he got booed.
Jesus.
It's a Lakers Dodgers town, and
Yeah, it
that
is.
won't change.
No, it never changed.
No.
So
Especially when
if he stays
Bronny's
in- if he
lifting a
stays-
title this year.
God, get out of here. If he stays in Canada, he's got the entire nation cheering for him. They probably build a bit of a mini dynasty. They could have went 2, maybe 3.
I don't think they win the next.
I don't
year.
know if you could get 3, but I think they would have won the following year because their
I don't
record
think they
was
would have. Lakers were too good that year, and I mean that like
in the bubble year. Come on, dude.
Lakers were too good that season. They had the best. Like by the time the shutdown happened, the Lakers I believe had the best record in basketball.
And who was right behind them?
Raptors would they wouldn't have beat that Lakers team. Now Danny Green was moved to the Lakers. That Lakers 2020 championship team was a solid team. Everything was working for them that year.
He gave you that look.
Yeah, I don't care. That was a great team that season. So I want the 1920 NBA season.
I know that look.
That's the look of like you're smoking something.
How are his spirit points today?
Come on, man. The Raptors would have been a dominant team.
Raptors had one better in the Eastern Conference. Were 53-19. The Lakers were 52-19.
Oh.
So they were equal.
Yeah.
Lakers would have won that.
Okay,
year.
but that was without Kawhi. And so if you would have added Kawhi
They wouldn't
to
have all of a
that,
sudden been a 60-win team.
if you would have added Kawhi to that team, they would have been more than 53.
I'm sorry. LeBron and AD weren't losing that title that year. With the rest of that
Buddy,
team.
it would have been as simple as Kawhi OG, go just clamp LeBron. That's done. Gasol, just keep elbowing this guy in the ribs. AD is going to be a Band-Aid and fall apart
They
pretty
had
quickly.
an actual team
Bye-bye.
around them that year.
Dude, they had
the rest of their
Kyle, they
team
had
went-
Van Vliet, they had Ibaka, they had Gasol, they
I
had
stand by.
Anunoby, they still had Powell. They were unbelievable.
There was no stopping
This
Lakers
is
that
true,
year.
and don't forget, AD is also a very injury-prone player. I know he's trying to go for MVP this year. He had a great game yesterday.
That year, he was healthy that year. He then got hurt. Last year, he was healthy, which was very nice to see.
Oh, he just sucked, right?
How do you
suck
just
last year?
decide you're going to go for player MVP
He
of the
wasn't
league?
that great.
Like, how do you go? I'm going to have an MVP caliber
AD
season.
was
'cause
great
I said
last year.
To be honest, Tom, he is pretty good.
I know, but like seriously, if I was any other superstar in the league and I heard AD go, I'm gonna have an MVP season, I'm gonna be like, screw you, man. I'm gonna beat you and do it.
Yeah, I agree with you, but that guy, when he says that, like, there's a high likelihood he actually could because he is that good.
Well, when he doesn't win it this year, I'll be like, what?
Yeah. But the 29 Raptors
They also the
D
thing
was
is,
elite.
The other and
regarded as
the
one of the
Lakers,
best.
Sure, and the Lakers played a good D that year with Frank Vogel as their coach.
That's great.
And the other thing too that you have to remember is Kobe passed that year. The Lakers weren't losing that title. LeBron wasn't losing that title.
Okay.
Did you guys catch the Knicks game?
It wasn't happening. No, but what happened?
I don't know. They just didn't play well.
It was a blowout. It looked
Yeah,
like.
Towns
Also,
had like 12 points.
the Clip or the Celtics went for 61 threes in that game.
Yes, that's right.
So they Reed.
Was it Knicks Celtics?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
And
the
the
opener.
Championship
Celtics
night.
crushed them, didn't
Yeah,
they?
Yeah.
crushed them like the
So
whole
they set
game.
a record for most threes in a game or something like that with
Yeah.
29 or
That's
something.
amazing.
Reed points that, and then Reed and I are in a conversation. He's like, when you look back in like the 80s and how many 3 points get made or attempted in a game in the 80s, it's nothing to what we see now. And so he's like, just go pull up Basketball Reference and pull up a game in the 80s. So I found a game on November something, the high scoring game, and there was like a combined like 4 3 points attempted by both teams. None were made. He's then go find a Celtics game. So I found this high Celtics one where Larry Bird was 4 for 5 from 3.
Nice.
In the entire game, they took on the Warriors. There was 17 3 points attempted by both teams. This was high in the 80s. The Celtics themselves yesterday took 61 threes.
That's unbelievable.
Like just this change that we have seen in basketball.
Steph.
Yes.
Yes.
Steph
Yes.
completely changed the game.
Who was the one college kid during March Madness that only had like 1 or 2 attempted 2-point?
He was played for Oakland.
Yeah.
All year, all he attempted was deep
3-point.
shots.
Yeah.
He never shot within within 3 points.
He had
within
like
the
1 or
arc.
2.
Who
like-
was the Oakland player?
He was in camp with someone this year. I saw him in no, not preseason. Maybe it was G League or
Jack Golke
Summer League. Yeah,
or
just-
something.
I think he was playing Summer League. For
And all
some-
he did was just jack
He
up
only
threes. That's
he
amazing.
only
That's
points
it.
on anything beyond a 3 with 2 free throws.
Yeah.
That's like saying it doesn't count unless it's shelf in hockey.
Right. And he went shelf a lot.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
This season, he attempted 327 3-pointers and only 8 2-pointers.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was insane. Where's he
That's
playing now?
unbelievable.
I'll have to look here. It was like when you went and looked at his shot arc, like or shot selection for like the 2 seasons, and it's like just across the arc loaded and like nothing.
Nothing inside. Just an absolute 3-and-D player.
Yeah.
That's it.
He was undrafted. He's playing for KK Podgorica,
Of course.
which is in Montenegro.
Let me show you my shocked face.
Did he have anything else? Like
But he was playing in the summer league. I know
he
that.
signed with Exhibit 10 contract with Oklahoma City Thunder, so that
Yeah.
would have been their probably their
Yeah.
summer league
I
team.
remember seeing
But then
him in
he
summer
went
league. I'm
and he
like, oh, yeah,
signed
that guy.
to Montenegro.
That's
and
amazing.
Does he know VR?
I was gonna say that.
yeah, his it was incredible seeing just because they took down someone. They took down Kentucky, I think it was.
Yeah.
I'm actually surprised.
Yeah,
not
that
to see
ruined my
VR in the
bracket.
chat right now.
Who's in the chat?
I'm surprised I haven't seen
Why?
VR in the chat because anytime I talk about the Raptors, he gets in there and chimes in.
Mike?
I think he's a Philly fan.
Oh, really?
They were in there
76ers
earlier.
Boring.
Like, imagine being a 76ers fan.
Yeah, like today.
And you got your star player Embiid,
Yeah.
who doesn't even want to play back-to-backs. Oh,
Ugh, big baby.
Yeah, you love Kawhi, who couldn't play every second day.
Here we
I
go.
never said I loved
Load
Kawhi.
management.
I never said I loved Kawhi. I just said if he would have played on the Raptors, they would have won again.
I don't think,
this
they
load
would have won
management
again. I don't
stuff
think they
is-
would have won in 2020.
This load management stuff is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Ridiculous.
Actually, no team. I can't remember the last time a team's gone back to the NBA Finals in back-to-back years.
Would have been the Raps.
Well, no, like it's been a long time, and that's what they like to talk about the Celtics. Can the Celtics do that after winning a title? Can they get back to an NBA title or NBA final? Because it's been a long time since that's happened.
I didn't watch that game last night, but what you saw from the Celtics last year, there's a high likelihood they could.
See, but
yeah.
They
So-
were really good.
I know,
last year.
but I felt like we said that going into the season with the Nuggets, that we're going, look how strong the Nuggets were the year prior, and they're so good, and they got Jokic, and Jokic is a cheat code, and you got Jamal Murray, and yet who's going to stop the Nuggets?
Didn't
And
Murray get hurt?
He did.
Jokic took a summer
But that's
off
where,
to
like,
party.
I just look at the Celtics and I go
That's what
like,
I'm saying.
somebody is going to step up and possibly knock this. They almost blew it to the Pacers in the playoffs last year. Like the Pacers absolutely boggled the final minute of like 3 straight games, and they were down 3-0 in the series. when it really could have been a 3-0 Pacers series, but a 2-1 or a 1-2 series type of thing. So I like that. To me, the Celtics are beatable in a sense. That they're great. I don't want to take that away, but I don't think it's just this coronation of the Eastern Conference. Let's see them into the NBA Finals.
Well, the reality is you almost have to play near perfect basketball to beat the Celtics because they have so many options and they've got an elite D.
They do.
They make it very hard for you. And so some of these teams that aren't complete, the Celtics can roll out, here's 5 guys that can all play and chip in and put in points. But if you're, for example, the Pacers, you only have 3, maybe 4. You have to put out another unit of 5 that can legitimately challenge them.
Or you could get the help of the refs when they screwed the Lakers last year against the Celtics and then called a foul that should have been called.
Do that look again. Do the look.
This is the EST Hangout live on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton Sports on TuneIn, iHeart, EdmontonSportsTalk.com, on YouTube as well, wherever you get your podcast. Tommy, Jasmine, Belzy, Iwanyk with you here. Let's get to our keyword for the EST Flyway to Los Angeles. Presented by the 780, lame-ass, low-budget local shop online at 780.com. That's the word 7 and then the numbers 80.com. Or you can check them out in-store. There are 5 locations: Southgate, Londonderry, Kingsway, St. Albert, or the Outlet Mall by the airport. 780, both their shop name and their in-house clothing brand that celebrates all things unique to Edmonton. December 26th through December 30th, Clippers, Warriors, Cardinals, Rams, Edmonton, and either Anaheim or LA. Flights, hotel, car rental, all provided from us here at Edmonton Sports Talk, as well as the 780. Get your phone out, 780-218-9999.
I'm saying the word.
Yeah, I know. I know, don't worry. We got the keyword to provide. Get your phone out. Jasmine's going to, in her hungover state, she will read you the keyword. You got to text the 780-218-9999.
Eyesight problems now.
Can you see it?
I can.
Okay, the keyword is...
Keyword is Stafford. 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 Stafford.
Matt Stafford of the LA Rams. Text that to 780-218-9999. Trev will give someone a call in the next 5 minutes or so, and then I will talk to them on air, and you will be in the mix, qualifying people until November 28th, including the 28th, and then 29th. We'll give away the grand prize draw on the morning show. I know the Warriors got to back-to-backs, but I think it's like since the Warriors, one of those runs. But it's been a while since the Warriors were... the Warriors and the Cavs, when they were meeting, it's been actually now a while. Like, it's incredible to think how long it's been.
That's good.
You like that?
Yeah.
I sent her the meme of you doing the face.
It's funny how I said meme and I didn't know it was a meme.
Oh, yeah.
It actually is a meme.
Yes, it is.
We have that.
And I mean, I would show you guys, but I also got roasted for that last time too. And I'm trying to
Well, you
show.
struggled putting it up there.
Yeah.
So the last
really
time...
did.
I did. You two
Yeah,
were
you
so
really
like-
did. It was disappointing.
The last time a team that won the
disappointed.
year prior that made it to the NBA Finals was 17-18 with the Golden State Warriors. Before that, the Lakers of 09-10. A team that won the title and the next year made it back to the NBA Finals, just made it back. It's only happened twice in the last 20 years or so. Not 20, 15, 16 years or so.
Celtics had one possession where they shot 12 threes, 11 offense rebounds, bricked like 11 in a row and kept getting the ball back.
Okay, one, I don't know who to rip on first here. The fact that you missed 11 straight threes in the same possession, or the fact that the Knicks couldn't grab a rebound?
Yeah, that's oof.
Josh Clausen, what's going on with your team?
Oof.
How do you give up 11 straight rebounds on the same possession?
That's awful.
Isn't it? That's like crazy.
Also, how do you keep attempting the threes after you've missed like 6 or
They
7
probably
of them?
were
And
wide
just
open
left-
threes, though.
Go
Like,
for a 2.
Why do that? Doesn't count unless it's shelf.
I'm gonna have to go find that
Unless it's a
possession.
3.
I'm very fascinated by it.
I think there's
And how
another
long
stat.
it took.
No one held the ball more than 3 seconds in that entire game, too.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't know. I like the Knicks.
I did see the TNT
Are you a
crew.
Knicks fan?
I'm not a Knicks fan, but
OKC.
I like the
She
Knicks.
jumped on the bandwagon for OKC.
I know I didn't. I've always been OKC fan since Russell Westbrook.
Thunder up.
That's what they would
Yes.
say.
I
That's what a
liked,
bandwagon fan
I
would
liked the Thunder as well because they had Durant, they had
Exactly.
the Beard, and they
Westbrook.
had Westbrook,
Yeah.
and they had Ibaka. Mm-hmm. And if they probably would have stuck together,
Yep.
say.
Tell
And
me
who was
about
the
it.
big man? Steven Adams.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They had, like, it's incredible to think
They were
if
young.
they stuck
Yes.
together.
I know.
What could have OKC have been?
Yeah. They all just.
they would have been so good. Mm-hmm. But they ran up. They got up to. They played against the Warriors, right? And the Warriors ended that, and that's when Durant just said, "I'm out."
He got his ring.
He did get his ring.
The other ones didn't.
I'm curious. So if you keep that
And
team
Westbrook and
together,
Harden.
do you win one? Do you win two? Because they were loaded and they were
But you
really
had 3
young.
MVPs on the team in the end,
Yeah, you did.
right? Because I think Harden's won an MVP.
Did you cross paths with those guys when you were playing in OKC? Because I was
We
there.
saw Steven Adams. That's probably the only player that we ever saw.
I saw Harden at Tapworks with his entourage of like 15 people.
Oh, so you didn't say hi?
I was busy drinking. He was wearing a really nice cardigan though.
Yeah, no, we never really ran into those guys. When I played in Houston, we ran into the Rockets all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But some of your guys did cross paths with the Thunder cheerleaders.
Yes.
Yes. They like hockey too.
That's all good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Just leave it there.
They win a couple of titles if they stay together
I think so too.
because they would make it work. I know there'd be like ball hogs and stuff, like who gets the ball, all that. They would have found a way to make it work to win. Well, once they win one, they would have found a way
Yeah.
to win two.
And then you probably get one more guy to come in. Like they had like Perkins. Perkins was actually really good at that time. Really solid depth player off the bench. Like they had some really good pieces. So it was surprising that they just blew it up so quickly.
Exactly.
But hey, he got his ring.
TNT was live at in Boston, I think, yesterday.
Yeah, I was gonna
And
talk
Kenny
about that.
Smith running to they had this massive screen, and he couldn't bolt like he usually does in studio, but they're nice. He moved away, and it looked really cool.
It's nice to see them back together, hey, because we were all kind of worried that they were with Prime and
Well, they're right. This is the last year of the deal, I believe.
so they're still gonna.
You're not going to see them do NBA games next year, but they're sticking together. By some reports, like the TNT is interested in maybe some college rights. So maybe they would do some college, or the one thing they're also looking at is just doing like a weekly show, like almost like I don't know, maybe a highlight show where it's them talking.
That's pretty cool, actually.
That would be cool.
Weekly
Yeah.
recap
You can't
or
break
something.
that show up. People will go watch that show.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I actually quite enjoy that show. Even though I'm not the biggest NBA guy, clearly.
That's the thing, though.
Or
They
but
keep you
Those
engaged.
guys are fantastic. Yeah.
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 They're funny, keep you engaged.
Yeah.
They have good stats all the time, and they have their own opinions.
Yep.
And here's the thing that I really enjoy about the NBA: like they straight up will tell you that they're a fan of the team.
Yep.
Whereas in NHL, like we may say that person is a homer, but we're guessing, right? We don't know that they're like a Flames fan or Edmonton fan, whatever it may be. But with NBA, they'll straight up be like, yeah, like Chuck, Phoenix sucks, like straight up to his face, right?
Oh,
like
yeah.
it's hilarious because it's honest.
They have zero remorse in those comments.
Yeah, the
like when
ruthless.
Chuck went off, he went off on a couple things, and he went off on the Suns arena and how it was cheap, and there was like
Just put like
terrible
a quarter of a
nachos.
billion
and,
into it.
He went into like all the food, and he ripped all the food, and then he went down to San Antonio and he ripped the women of San Antonio.
Number
And
that was a few
one
years
was
ago.
like, oh my God. And he went on to that one for quite a while. And Shaq would always try to goad him back into it. And he would say it right on national TV. And you're like, what is going on here right now? But it's great television.
It's
great
highly
talent.
entertaining.
Yeah.
Those guys are great personalities. And when they talk the game, it's awesome. When they talk other stuff, the accoutrement of the game, it's awesome as well.
Well, and until recently with the NHL, like the fact that Gretzky goes on the TNT panel now, Stanley Cup Finals, but Messier's on the panel, that's kind of changed a little bit. But it's like it's the stars of
Yeah.
the NBA are on that panel, and when they speak, like you look at Charles is an MVP.
Charles got Wayne on that panel.
Yeah, but Shaq's got rings. Like
Yeah.
it's when they speak and they rip on a player, they're like, well, You can't be like, what have you done? And it's like, well, look at these rings or look at my MVP.
Yeah.
Like we've done this. Like we've been there. We've conquered. We've done it all as well as you, if not at times better. So when they go ripping on players, they don't care. Like, yeah, we've done this. And hockey was just didn't have enough of that.
Yeah. It's those TNT ones are interesting.
I think they're fantastic.
I think they're
they've been great for hockey.
I think they've been fantastic
They've
for hockey.
reset the bar.
Just a very interesting dynamic,
Legit.
Yeah.
right? Like it's
Yeah.
a very interesting dynamic between the two that you would get.
Right.
Like the Subban Messier one, it's an interesting dynamic.
Why do you say that, Sean?
Subi's just a different bird.
Yes. He's your former D
He's
partner.
a former D partner of mine. He's just a different bird. And I don't know, like he's very over here and Messier is very over here. Like Subban would be more of that traditional new school guy. He's, a little bit more charismatic. He's out in the public more. He believes certain things about it. So you can see right in the broadcast, like they clash at times.
Yeah.
Just because of the difference in styles. So it's an interesting dynamic when you watch the show, but it works and it's great. And you don't always have to be like best buddies.
I don't
Right?
think
Like they have
are.
those say more, Tom.
No, I'm good.
But no, it makes it more interesting. They get some really good segments, good conversation. So it's definitely helped the game. And then there's Biz, obviously, who's a whole nother level.
Well, they have TNT's. The broadcast is better than ESPN's hockey.
It's
podcast.
unreal.
It is fantastic, and like Henrik Lundqvist, I think, was a tremendous addition. I will give ESPN credit for Kevin Weeks, who I think is one of the best in the game. Just at providing news, and I like his attitude. He's always very positive,
Yes.
which I appreciate. But TNT's broadcast and their panels are just much stronger than ESPN's.
And it was just so nice to see how they like engaged with NHL. Like with like, the Draisaitl jersey and the Hyman and with Shaq.
It's
like
fun.
it was awesome.
Yeah.
It's interesting because I was talking to somebody that we might have on our show in Hello Hockey, and they were just saying that I said, "What's the difference between ESPN, Sportsnet?" And they're like, production wise, ESPN doesn't spend as much money.
Yeah.
Sportsnet wise, they spend way more, but they don't make as much.
Right.
So they make twice as much with ESPN. Sportsnet, they don't make as much, but the production value from Sportsnet's actually higher.
Yeah.
What? Really?
I found that very interesting. I was like, oh, that's weird. I would have thought that the production would have been better with ESPN.
No,
but-
because they're the real production. All the stuff is being spent on college football, and it's being spent on
Yeah.
the NFL. It's being spent on the NBA, and,
That's
and
true.
the NHL is much lower on the standings. So it's like, well, we're not going to want to put a lot of money and resources into this. And two, you're going to get our secondary cameras or third tiered cameras or whatever, because we've got Bama, Georgia coming up this weekend type thing.
well, you can't miss that.
Did you notice
And I don't mean that sarcastically.
in the Lakers game
I
there's
don't think that's the game actually coming up this weekend.
I know,
there was 3 commentators, which I don't know why I never realized that I think TNT does the 3 commentators. Like they had Candace Parker yesterday with Van Gundy. But so, they usually just have 2.
TNT's usually 2. ESPN's done 3.
Okay.
Because ESPN has historically, like their main crew, or at least the main, like it was always Mike Breen with Jeff Van Gundy and Mark Jackson. And then last year was JJ Redick and Doris Burke with him.
That's right, Doris Burke. Yeah.
And now I don't know who's going to be in his crew this year because JJ's gone.
Doris Burke is awesome.
She's
He's
the
1-0
goat.
with the Lakers.
She's like,
Just throwing it out there.
Drake's crush. I like that 3 panel. Oh, it's good.
If they
I like
get
Mike
along,
Breen as a coach.
Usually it
Right?
works.
Mike
they
Breen
don't,
as play-by-play is great. Actually, Mike Breen has a great history. He used to do sports updates for
Jeremy.
Don Imus back in the day in New York radio, and he would just make up sportscasts and stuff, and they were hilarious. He would just make up random things, and like there's some YouTube videos of Mike Breen doing sports updates on Don Imus. Go find them because they are absolutely hilarious. Dave Jameson put me onto those ones.
What are you laughing at? What are you smirking at?
I
me?
know.
This guy.
Oh, are you going to say what you always say to him when we say hello on
No,
Saturday
I'm not going to
mornings?
say that right now.
Not fit for air.
I always say, hi, how are you?
Yeah, that's how it goes.
Trev's in this room because he's connecting someone, connecting me with someone who's now our qualifier for the EST Flyway. You let me know when you're ready
Hello,
to go.
Corey B.
Trev.
And I also want to know
Did you
why.
say born?
Why he
Oh,
got
are we
sacked.
good?
Who got sacked?
Okay, well, before we get into that, we've got someone who's qualified for the EST Flyway presented by the 780. Who am I speaking with right now? Hey, who am I speaking with? Hello?
Way to go, Trev.
I can hear you. I heard some paper shuffling, but now I'm not hearing anything.
He can hear it.
I can't hear anything.
Are you still there? Okay. Say hi, Matt is talking to you.
Do I have someone right now? Am I speaking with, or at least on the air? We have someone. Hello?
They were coming through?
No? Okay. Well, it's tech issues. That's the first time we've had that one with this one. That's all good. Trev, who was it? Bryce. Congratulations, Bryce. You're into the mix. We'll have to figure that out a little bit later. But Bryce, congratulations. You're in the draw. Keep your phone on November 29th on the morning show because you got to answer. But if you're the winner, the boys will give you a call, let you know that you are off to LA. It's the EST Flyway presented by the 780. 2 more chances to qualify. EST Afternoons with Hernan and Gager and the Reed Wilkins Show with Jay Milne later today. Why didn't you demand to go back in?
What?
Yes.
Trev, just quickly, why didn't you demand to go back
Team
in?
player. I'm a team player. That's why. Because I don't know. I said like, can I sub in? I said, can I sub in like 2 times, 3 times maybe? And then they just continued to ignore me. So I don't know what happened.
Are you a ball hog?
No, I'm actually no, not at all. Actually, I was passing a lot. I was like the only one passing. I got a triple-double damn near.
Oh my God.
Hey,
Damn
there's
near.
no,
He had a
there's
damn
no
near
I
at the
in
end.
team, Trev. There's no I in team.
I don't like his team.
Oh my goodness.
I don't want to
said
get
no
him
I
into
Congrats,
in
Bryce.
Trevor.
Yeah, he did.
So for anyone that didn't hear, I don't know if that would have picked up, but he said there's no I in Trevor. I'm just
right.
very intrigued by that.
So am I.
I don't like it. Like also for the team, it's like you just have to sub. You have to have a rotation. When there's people sitting on the bench, you have to get off at some point.
Yeah.
So there's something going on there. There's something deeper that Trev doesn't realize. Maybe they're mad that Trev's leaving.
Perhaps.
Oh. What if they didn't know? And now they know.
Well, that's their fault then because
Has he been
they benched
vocal
him.
about it?
I don't know. I didn't know it was his last season either. I don't know why it's his last season.
There's lots of holes in this story.
Yeah, there
There's
is.
just a lot of questions.
Wait a
this-
second. Yeah.
I want to think that it's performance related, and Trevor is not as good as he makes it out.
You're saying he didn't make 13 points yesterday?
Who's the guy from Tropic Thunder that Will Ferrell plays?
Jackie Moon?
Jackie Moon.
Semi-pro.
Is he, yeah.
the Flint
What did I say,
Tropics.
Tropic Thunder?
Yeah, great movie
Great
too.
movie, by
Yeah.
the way. Yeah. Semi-pro. He could be like him.
Like Jackie Moon, but
Yeah.
Jackie Moon owned the team and he was the coach.
Yeah, but thought he was better than everybody.
Right, or like Vakaitis.
Yeah, but he's just secretly hot garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Twiggy Munson, saddest eyes in the league.
He could be him too.
Yeah, yeah.
Surveyor Brett, low blow. After this issue, I'm starting to think leaving Trev on the bench was the correct decision. Low blow. Low blow. Portions of this hour of the EST Hangout, they're brought to you by the Hive Product Marketing, official merch partner of Edmonton Sports Talk, promotional products that bring the buzz. Check them out, thehiveproductmarketing.com. Chelsea's doing a great job curating and putting the final touches on an EST store that is coming very, very soon. So stay tuned for that. We'll let you know when it's available. It's a pop-up store, which would mean it's pre-sale only. So we'll open up the store, you could purchase, and then once the store closes, we put in the order, get everything, and then ship it out, and all of that. So the EST pop-up store coming very, very soon. Lots of great items coming in there, all thanks to Chelsea with the Hive Product Marketing. The official drink of the EST Hangout, it is the Finnish long drink, the Legend of 1952, a drink unlike any other sparkling refreshment, real liquor, longdrink.com/Canada is where you can go. Type in your postal code. I'll let you know what stores have recently ordered it, or liquorconnect.com also is a place you could always check for any of your alcohol. But the long drink, give it a try. If you haven't had it once, just give it one sip. And I don't want to fully guarantee, but you're going to like it. Belzy likes it. Jasmine likes it. I like it. Tommy likes it.
I like
It's
it.
amazing.
Which one do you like more, sugar-free or?
I find them to be the same, but we've had a lot of people say the sugar one.
Oh,
The
people
sugar
like
one.
the sugar one?
I've heard
I like
more
the
of the
sugar-free.
sugar-free.
I kind of like
I
that
feel like
sugar
they're the
soda
same.
too.
Yeah.
There's a peach one. Apparently,
Still can't
I
get it.
still have
Still
to,
haven't tried
like
it.
Windermere. I'd have to go to Windermere to get it because one place in Windermere has it. But
Okay.
I
Tell
don't.
Deidre to
I'm
grab
not,
it for you.
I'm not. Oh,
Yeah.
he's in that area.
I'm
Yeah.
in that area too.
Yeah. Well, Wind and Beyond, or
Yeah,
whatever, apparently might have the peach one, but I just got to keep a closer eye on that too.
I'll
'cause
find out right
I
now.
love peach. What do you mean you'll find out? Right now?
Well, a kid that I actually used to coach works there.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
The Finnish long drink, legend of 1952, but also the official drink of the EST Hangout.
I haven't seen you crack one on the show in like 2 weeks.
I had, I think, the last one last week.
Ah, okay.
We're out, so I got to go purchase.
Time for more.
So
I can't even look at alcohol.
Are you still hungover?
I mean,
that's exactly like that. You just,
I'm fine.
Yeah, right. Silly.
but it's the stomach flu. It's the stomach bug she's got. She's got Greg Wyshynski gave her the stomach bug through the internet.
So
Literally,
good.
when he was like talking about symptoms, I'm like, that's what I have.
Sure.
That's
Except
so
you
good.
didn't.
Greg didn't go on a 4-day bender in Montreal.
Well, he also he went through stages. He said stage 2 was I can't control my digestive system.
Yeah.
Well,
Have you had that stage?
No, it's just more so.
I don't
So you
wanna
don't
know.
have the same symptoms.
It's just I kind of want to, puke a bit, but that's about it.
Are you getting hot at some points?
yeah, well, it's always hot
Weird.
in here.
Oh, okay.
It is, but
It is.
I
I
found it
mean,
very comfortable in here.
it is quite comfortable today.
Thank you.
I would say
But
it is
I've had
actually,
times
it's
where I
not
walk
hot
in here
Yeah.
and I've got sweating.
Yeah.
And I'm like, am I sweating because I'm nervous? No.
Well, you
But
had
I'm sweating because I'm hot, because I might need to yak.
you were in
I
this
feel like
very
that,
seat.
that is happening right now.
No, it's the stomach bug. It's
Yeah.
something she ate.
It's a stomach bug.
Yeah, right.
I'm sweating because I'm nervous.
Welcome back,
And I'm nervous because I'm
Jasmine.
sweating. Oh, man.
Where do we go to next?
I don't know. Like I have stuff is random.
Paris Jewelers inbox 780-218-9999. Theories as to why Trev got benched in his Edmonton Sport and Social Club basketball game. Hans Shorkoff says Trev ran up the score in floor hockey, so they didn't want him doing the same in basketball.
Did he run up the score in floor hockey?
I don't know. I
Sounds like Trev's a bit of a bully.
I know.
yeah, but the thing is, he's the
His-
bully for his team.
Yeah, but it's a sportsmanship league.
So, but do you want to win or do you want to be good sports?
Well, if it's a sportsmanship league, you got to be a good
There's a way to
sportsman.
balance. I've done that league. There's a way to balance it.
Trev ain't balancing it.
I don't know.
Stupid spirit points. That's the dumbest crap.
No,
I've
all you
ever
have to do
heard.
is you just don't be a dick to the other team and you get your spirit point. Because it actually takes a lot to get like a minus.
playing
Well,
I'm
Trev,
trying to win.
what it seems like right now, Trev's a guy that probably hits a three right in your face and then sellies in your
He
face.
goes like this?
Yeah. Like John Cena, can't see
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
You can't see me.
Yeah.
They don't even count threes
What?
because I would hit them and they wouldn't count.
Well, his they do because he says he gets threes.
Oh well, they
So that's
changed
probably
it.
what's
Yeah.
going on. Is Trev is
Yeah.
Trev is doing stuff to people.
Also, do they keep score or is he keeping his own score? Like
In a league
box
that has
score?
spirit points, I feel like they're
not,
They're
yeah.
not keeping score.
So maybe that's an issue, is that he knows exactly his the fact that he almost got a triple double, knows how many rebounds he's got, know how many, keeping full track of everything or something.
And he's going to get his signing bonus with it. If I get my triple double, I get wings and schooners, BPs.
See, I'm okay with that. Player of the game.
I'm
but
fascinated by just the idea, also just the benching, like
I almost don't
how
believe
the
him.
other people would sit there and just be like him, like, "Hey, can I sub on?" No, we've blown this lead. We're gonna keep blowing this lead.
Exactly. Like what was that conversation about? That's
Trev's too
doesn't make
nice.
sense.
I
Yeah.
think that's the issue part of this.
I think
Good.
so too.
Could be.
Like I don't think he has it in him to do the hands. Like I think if he did the John Cena in your
No.
face, he'd immediately come back to be like, "I'm so sorry. Like I didn't mean to do that." Like he would feel terrible.
No, Trev wouldn't.
I don't think you would.
I think when it comes to sports and playing sports, Trev's the dog. He's getting after it.
Have you seen him play hockey before?
I think he's getting after it.
Okay.
Well, he plays. He's like one of the top video gamers.
Yeah, like, he's
right?
getting after
Yes.
Because you know for sure, like when you get into like esports, there's an element of chirping online. There is.
There is, yes. That comes with
And
it.
if you're in the top 5 or you're in the top 20, you're upper echelon, you're probably throwing some chirps out there. I think Trev's got a little dog in him.
Above average, which is him in the nasty chat. I can confirm I do Selly pretty hard.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. See?
So we've got a little more on that. So maybe the team was just like, this is
Okay, this is
too
enough,
far.
man. Yeah.
You're
don't get
making
gold
us
star.
feel bad. Like we have to apologize for you after every game. After every game, we go up to the other team like, we're so sorry about that guy.
They wait in the locker room. Trev leaves. Yeah, I'll meet you there. Go get us a table, Trev. And they have to apologize to the other team.
Oh, I'm so sorry about this guy. I had a slow pitch team where we basically felt like we had to apologize for one girl because she was just terrible. So I know what that's like. Maybe Trev's
Sorry.
that.
Just kidding. It's a joke. Okay.
No, it was like there was this. We'd play slow pitch, and like there was this one game where she hit like, and she was actually a good player. Like she hit the ball deep outfield, like it looked like it was going in between the gaps. And this guy made this great run and caught the ball. Like we're all like, that's an amazing play. And we're all like even we were like,
Let's get those
awesome.
spirit
Like,
points up.
No, like this was just like great play, like well done, dude. And she just threw her bat down. I was like, how the bleep did he catch that? And just starts losing it. And we're like, she embarrassed us like every game almost. So maybe Trev's that.
Al has a theory. Al says Trev got benched because he thought he was playing dodgeball, not basketball.
Oh, yeah.
Or maybe reverse. They're playing dodgeball and he was trying to play basketball. And that's why he had so many threes. And the team was just like, dude, what are you doing?
Well played, Al.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
That's funny.
we'll dive more into this. We'll have to figure out more from Trev after this show. Let's get to Road Warriors, which is brought to you by AccuSteel Heavy Haul Trailers. Custom manufacturing of heavy haul trailers for mining, oil and gas equipment, highway transportation, quality, innovation, integrity, no patch jobs, better than new solutions. Trusted by the leaders in the heavy transport industry. Get on the road with peace of mind for your large loads. AccuSteel.ca. What do we've got in the National Hockey League tonight? It is Wednesday night hockey, which means usually there's 2 or 3 games, but tonight there's only one. There's a singular game in the National Hockey League. It's Capitals. It is Flyers. Flyers being the road team in that one. I don't know
Back
why.
to backs for those two because it was the Caps beating the Flyers yesterday.
That's also why then there would only be one game today
Yeah.
because you had a full slate of action yesterday. In the NBA, you've got a bunch of games as their season continues on, including the Toronto Raptors. They are home to the road team, the Cleveland Cavaliers. The Clippers opening up into a dome with the Suns coming to town. What's the biggest game, I would say?
I'd say that would be pretty good.
Bucks 76ers is going too.
That'll be a good one. Is Embiid going to sit?
The first game.
Yeah,
You never know with him.
load management.
I'm just trying to see. Those would be the 2 big ones. Suns Clippers will be a lot of fun.
They say he's injured. He's out with
Which
the
one?
knee.
Embiid?
Yeah.
Shocked.
Fascinating. Is he like for sure missing for this game?
I don't know, but so is Giannis out with the knee.
What?
Yeah.
So we've got a boring basketball game
I
today?
knew it. Both those teams are.
Giannis is a game time decision. Embiid and Paul George both out.
Wait, I forgot Paul George was there now.
Yeah, he ditched the Clippers. Oh. And what else is going on? Should be college football as well. As we got. No, there's no college football. Oh no, I'm looking top 25. Whew. I want to be looking at the overall thing. We got 2 games today. We got Liberty and where was this? Kennesaw State in solid. I think that's Conference USA action, I believe. And you also have MTSU taking on Jack State.
Those are going to be great games.
Chris
Actually, last week there was a really good one.
Chris
in
in the
there.
nasty chat said Barcelona versus Byron.
Oh, is that happening in Champions League today? Champions League sucks now. Oh, you Man U's not in it. Barcelona headed.
That's probably the biggest
Bayern
match
heading
of
on
the
the
day.
road.
What uniform are you? What kit is that?
Fiorentina.
What he's wearing.
They are a
Yeah.
club in Italy.
Yeah, I know
My
what
parents grabbed
Fiorentina
this one is.
It's nice. Kappa.
It is nice.
Yeah, parents got this for me. This and an Ajax jersey, and then I got the Venice shirt from their trip to overseas. I just wanted soccer things. So also, Jonathan David is actually playing today. He's on the road with his club Lille, going to Atletico, going to Spain. So you got 2 Canadians in action today.
Let's go.
So there you go. There's your Road Warriors brought to you by AccuSteel Heavy Haul Trailers. Lots going on today. Actually, the college football games last Wednesday, the Conference USA action. Mm-hmm. Wonderful. Great action.
Where did you watch those?
I think it was on TSN.
Really?
Oh, they'll put some of those things on. Oh, absolutely.
I remember being in Oak City, and they would have these obscure NCAA Div 1 football games of schools that I had never heard of. And there'd be like 500 people in a 60,000 seat stadium. And I remember like texting people, I'm like, what am I watching? They're like, that's Div 1.
It's on TSN Plus today. Middle Tennessee versus Jacksonville State.
There's
That
so many
sucks.
teams.
I know, it's crazy.
I wanted to watch some college football today. I don't have TSN Plus.
Well, sign up for it.
I'll just find the streaming service that gives it to me without paying.
Yes.
They just keep pushing people towards that. I stand by that.
I think some
Oh, is Celtic playing today? Sorry. Celtics also playing today, which features a Canadian.
I think some companies have like NBA like offered for free for the next week or so or something.
Oh, really?
I think so. If you look on your guide.
Shaw/Rogers has that usually.
Okay.
I don't
Yeah.
know if Telus does. I'll have to look
Or
too.
Bell.
Celtic taking on Atalanta. That's 3 Canadians in action today. Boom. Canadian action in soccer. That gets going in 3 minutes. Celtic Atalanta.
Nice.
Yeah, thanks.
Great.
Aiden O'Neill has a theory on Trev as well via the Paris Jewelers inbox. May I?
Go for it.
All right, thank you. How can we be sure Trevor didn't get a game misconduct? ESSC rules and regulations for basketball state that a play can get a misconduct for dunking, reckless play, unsportsmanlike conduct, or disrespecting the GC, game coordinator, which can include making calls from the bench or intentional body contact.
Whoa.
It definitely wasn't dunking.
Maybe attempted one.
Maybe he attempted one or got in with the game
Can
coordinator.
Trev jump over a credit card?
Oh,
Yeah.
Harsh.
Yes.
that was mean.
So
I like that line.
We're not really getting glimpses
Use
here.
it.
They have the
Trev.
jerseys for the 4 nations. First glimpses of them coming out.
They kind of look all right.
I'm trying to see
Lots of detail in the logo.
how do you
which I
see
like.
the other ones?
There's like a little teaser video.
Well, there's this.
And there's that. Yeah.
You can't see the other 2 jerseys. They're completely covered up.
Brilliant.
Like there's nothing from Sweden or Finland. I can see Canada, I can see US, but I don't. And then
There's a video, though, that they posted
yeah,
on
it's
their
30
Instagram.
seconds long.
Yeah.
And I see the USA is very prominent there. Okay. Canada's there. Okay. Then more Canada. There we go. Okay, there's a little bit of the Sweden.
Yeah. There's lots of detail in the logos. I don't know. They look like
Okay.
they're going to be nice.
I like the Canada one actually.
Yeah.
Because you can see it a little better here. They're sharp. Oh, they had like the roots on the maple leaf and stuff. Mm-hmm. There you go.
Very nice.
Yeah.
So USA is boring.
Belzy, since I won't talk to you tomorrow, I want to ask you about your MLB 2 cents. First of all, who is your team?
Do I have to say?
Oh,
I'm a Jays fan.
Oh.
well, so am I.
Yeah,
That's
it's
okay.
been tough.
Yeah, we don't have to talk about the Jays.
Yeah.
But with the World Series, who are you going for then? The Yankees or Dodgers?
Dodgers.
Yeah, right? Because of
The only
him?
reason because of Maddie.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what? I'm sorry.
It's I haven't honestly watched a whole lot of it just because we've actually been really busy with hockey, so I haven't been able to watch a whole lot. But yeah, this minute I found out it was Dodgers Yanks, I said Dodgers purely because of Maddie.
You know, it's so funny. Like on my trip, I was actually thinking of Maddie when I was watching it, just like hate watching it. Actually taking the time out to watch it. I was kidding.
However, I went to a Yankees game. Was it last summer? The summer before? Anyway, what a great atmosphere! Like I actually, at one point when I was growing up, a little bit less mature than I am right now, I was like, I just hate the Yankees because of the Yankees. And I was like, I don't think that's fair. So then I went to the game, and it was an awesome time. It was an unbelievable game. I started cheering for the Blue Jays to be obnoxious, and some fans were like, hey, knock that off. If it was Boston, you'd probably get beat up. And so I ended up making friends with those guys. But yeah, it was like it's a great place to play. I can completely see why people go there. Completely see.
Obviously, it's New York.
It's
yeah.
awesome.
It's Yeah, of course. You know, fun fact though, ladies, Dynamite is selling Dodgers hats and New York hats. This just drives me crazy.
Really?
Yeah, because
What?
it's
Who?
because you're wearing
Dynamite?
Dynamite.
It's
It's a
Dynamite.
ladies' store.
It's
Not aware of that. Were you aware of Dynamite?
a clothing
okay.
store. It's in the mall. You'll see it everywhere.
Which
but
mall?
Every mall, literally.
I have never
Oh,
seen.
I haven't been in a mall. in a
It's
long
like just as
time, so-
popular as like
I've been in
Aritzia.
malls.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
okay.
But it's okay because it's a women's store. But my sister-in-law, she sent me a video of those hats. And the reason it drives me crazy is because it's just like you're just wearing it as a fashion statement. You're not wearing it because you care about this
That's
team.
how big the Yankees are. They're a
But that's,
fashion
I feel
statement.
like that's actually like baseball teams in general.
baseball hats have become a fashion thing.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. Because I
More
saw
than any other sport.
one of the kids that I was coaching, I think it was a couple of years ago, and he was wearing a Padres hat. I'm like, you don't like the Padres? He's like, yeah, I do. I'm like, name 3 guys.
Legit. Yeah.
And so he named the top 3 players, and I'm like, I also know that you play MLB on your PlayStation, so I'm like, that's the reason you know. And he's like, how did you know? I said, I saw your Twitter the other day. So it's all about fashion. That's
Yeah.
all it is.
No, it's yeah. Baseball hats have really been the full fashion stuff.
Yeah.
Led by the Yankees first. And the
That was all
Yeah.
JZ, right?
JZ baby.
You know, Cleveland with the C was also a big one too.
That was a great one.
Yeah.
That was in their time. Like you're talking about, like that was when they were trying to slowly.
Pre-Guardians.
Yeah, but they're trying to slowly get away from the Indians name
Yes.
without anyone noticing.
Yeah.
Like everyone's talking about Washington.
Yeah.
And they're like slowly like quietly like walking out of the room and
Yep.
trying to like shut the light off without anyone noticing.
I think they did a really good job with that.
Very much so, because they moved away from it. They just had the C.
Yep.
And they had those logos so that when they transitioned to the Guardians, really, it was like, well, they hadn't used the Indians logo in how long?
In a long
while,
time.
yeah.
Right,
They
like
didn't
it
even
was-
have to change it. They could have just kept calling themselves Cleveland because that's all they did.
Yeah. The Yankees, I'm worried about the Yankees, but Cam Moon, who's a fan of the Dodgers, he's worried about the Dodgers. So I'm feeling a little better about that. Cam knows baseball better than
I feel like Mooner goes to like collegiate baseball games. There's after the Riverhawks season, there's like the I think it's the collegiate level team that plays, and Cam's son is one of the coaches. He goes to those games.
Low Tide also says that to me he was wishing me luck. He says that the Yankees have better starters, so fingers crossed for my Yankees.
But the Dodgers have better hitters.
I don't know about that. Like,
Well, so what would be the edge for the teams, for each team? An unbiased look. Matty.
I honestly don't know. I'm not like
Not a
that
biased
deep
one.
into it. MLB World Series preview.
I'm starting to get a sense of like a read on Matty. Matty is like the guy that just loves all the big boys, eh? He's a Yankees fan. He's a Lakers fan.
You.
So
The U.
the U have not been
Manchester
good since
United.
2004.
Yeah, but the U is like one of the big boys.
So every team I love was successful in a period of when I was 8, 9, 10. So
Baltimore.
I got sucked.
Baltimore,
They were in the
they're
Super
still
Bowl.
one of the big boys.
Yeah.
They went to the Super Bowl. That like is why I was a fan of them. But I've stuck with them ever since.
Yeah.
I've never ditched them. I've never left them. I won't leave them. They're my teams. But yes, when I was a kid, jumped full on with the big boys. So what am I trying to figure out here? World Series.
I have head-to-head
matchups.
record
Here we go.
stat
Let's
between,
see.
but I don't know. I gotta fact check it though. It's basically equal if you look at everything,
What?
right?
This is just
did
going to be
this
an
come
equal
from?
series. No,
Yeah.
nobody has a leg up on the other. Well, that'll be good baseball then. Maybe I should tune in.
I feel like they're both like the juggernauts, obviously, of the
100%.
AL and NL. But I feel like the Dodgers are a little bit more likable.
I would agree with you on that.
Yeah. I
Just
don't get
a
as
little bit. Well, I think part of it is because the Yankees have had this, like they're the evil empire
Yeah.
mantra for a long, long
He
time.
smiled as soon as
This
he
is
said
what
that.
I
But
love.
it's
it.
true, though.
I
I
like it.
agree.
is true.
I agree.
And maybe part of that is just built on the fact that the Jays always have to go up against him and they always get kicked. And so now it's like, hey, this is the evil empire.
I have no issue with the Jays getting kicked by anybody.
Well, they deserve every bit of it right now based on the decisions that they make, but here we are. But yeah, I think that's part of it. But
Dodgers in
honestly,
6.
like the Dodgers
go
do
all the
seem a little bit more
They're likable.
likable.
Like,
So
and this whole Fernando Venezuela passing away, former trapper, obviously. I think he had a rehab stint down here. I think the baseball gods might be on the Doyer side.
So this one thing I'm reading from a Forbes article, it does say that the Yankees have the edge at starting pitching.
Forbes?
Forbes betting, actually.
Oh, Forbes betting.
Yankees rotation was healthy and outperformed the Dodgers rotation during the regular season, but the Dodgers have the better bullpen. So Yankees have the better rotation. Dodgers may have the better bullpen. It does say that with the batting, it is extremely close. But I think that they give the edge to the Dodgers because of speed. So stealing potential bases would go that way. So that's just incredibly tight.
Yeah.
I don't like the Yankees manager, so I give the edge to the Dodgers in that one. I'm not a fan of Aaron Boone. Aaron Boone should have been fired like 4 years ago. Took them this long to get back to the World Series. Took them this long. And if they don't do it now, they're not winning the World Series for another 5-6 years.
I got an update on your peach long drink.
Yeah.
It's not there.
So somebody lied to us.
Hasn't seen them around. Doesn't see them in Liquor Connect either. So you went and checked. Said they might not be super available.
Well, somebody in the Nasty Chat last week said that there's a peach at the Windermere Wine and Beyond. So, Joel saying Yankees have a great bullpen. But is it better than the Dodgers bullpen?
How are we doing, Jasmine?
Did you sense that?
Yep.
I think that's crazy that you did.
Are you crashing?
The bit of the oh god.
It was in your eyes.
Yeah, it was the dead. I'm getting dead inside. I
think you should all just. Well, I'll say this: you guys could cheer against the Yankees all you want. If the Yankees win, your disappointment will make me extra happy.
Yeah, but that just sucks because if they win, they need
It's
to
gonna be
hear
wonderful.
from you.
It's gonna be wonderful.
And truth be told, I don't care about both of the teams, and all these stupid hats at Dynamite piss me off.
That you're more mad about this thing with Dynamite than anything.
It's just I don't like posers. Like I will ask like servers and stuff, and I'm like, oh, so you're a Yankees fan? They're like, excuse me? I'm like, you're a Yankees fan. You have a Yankees hat on.
What server's wearing a Yankees?
I
hat?
Yeah.
well, there was one in Surrey. I particularly remember this. But anyways, okay.
I don't know of a lot of servers that wear hats.
Oh, this is great.
But she has issues with this one server.
What?
This server
is
messed up
great.
an order, I'm
Oh,
sure.
that person did for sure. It was probably like 10 years ago. Just holding a grudge.
Everyone else has actually true gripes against the Yankees. Hers was actually just because this one waitress was terrible,
Messed up
but she
her
wore a
order.
Yankee hat and she grilled her on the Yankee hat.
Dare you?
Wow, I need to work on myself.
And she now
that
holds
is
the
so
grudge
good.
to all servers
Yeah.
now too.
Yeah.
They're all in the same category as this one from Surrey who wore the Yankee hat, and now they're all the same.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
that is awesome. Yeah, well, we learned something today.
We did. We did.
Sorry.
No, I just said we did.
Oh, okay. I was like, I can give you guys a Netflix recommendation quick if you want. There's this documentary called Sweet Bobby. It is messed up.
Like in what way is it?
It's like a
messed up?
10-year catfish. It's even harder than the football player. What was his name? Who got
Manti
catfished?
Te'o.
Oh, Manti Te'o.
I know.
Oh.
I wanted to say Tua too, and I'm like, it's not
No,
Tua.
it was
yeah.
Manti Te'o. They're both Samoan, but
Leave Tua out of it, please.
yeah.
Well,
Doesn't
what
wanna
are you
wear a
going
guarding
back
cap.
in?
It's his decision.
Are you a Miami fan?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I
Loyal.
don't mind them.
I'm loyal.
Yeah.
I've been hurt.
He'll be playing though, hey? Is it confirmed?
Yeah, he's coming back. Yeah, he's coming back. No guardian cap.
No guardian
no
cap
guardian cap.
and a season that's lost.
Crazy. A little bit crazy. It's not quite lost though yet, Maddie.
Yeah, it is.
There's still some room in that division.
They're not going to win anything.
I'm not biting on this.
They're not going to beat the
I'm not
Chiefs.
biting
They're
on
not
it.
going to
I'm
beat the
not gonna
Ravens.
bite
They're
on
not
it.
going to beat the Bills. They're not going to beat the Texans.
gonna bite on
They're
this.
not doing it. So just rest, heal up, be ready for next year.
Pretty much.
You know, you're trying to bait me, and I'm not even going to go for it.
I'm not trying to bait you. I'm just
You are.
speaking facts.
We can go down this path another day, but not today.
Sure. Do the Ravens play
letting you know.
Do the Ravens play the Dolphins this year? They do not. We all know what happened last year.
Oh,
Once
That
again,
one was a
sorry.
bait.
Once
That one
again,
was an
I'm
attempt
not
at a
going
bait.
down this path with you.
You stared him down too, and he didn't even look at you.
That's cool.
I'm not going. I'm not doing
Don't.
it.
He's
I'm
baiting
good.
you.
I'm
I think
good.
I've well played.
Just
both of you.
thanks for your support of the Yankees and the Lakers and Bronny 1-0. The Bronny era begins on the right foot.
Let's go.
Jasmine, how are you going to heal up today?
Yeah.
Oh
Nap time?
God. Oh yeah, I need to
gotta go to
rest
work.
up. I know I gotta talk to my boss and see if he'll let me rest. But I will be here tomorrow if I get enough rest
All
for
right.
my tummy ache.
Self-induced.
Thank you for putting up with me otherwise.
We've got Lock Shop coming up next here in Edmonton Sports Talk. Dusty Live, Boston Pizza, Kingsway, and then the Oil Stream.
Yep.
You will go and join Dusty out at Kingsway as well for the Oil Stream. And then we got EST Afternoons with Hernan and Gager. We've got Reed Wilkins Show with Reed and Jay. That's all coming up here on Edmonton Sports Talk, as well as 2 more chances to qualify for the EST Flyaway to Los Angeles, presented by 780. Jasmine, you go heal up.
Thank you, Maddie. I appreciate it.
Belzy, you need a little bit of sleep, it sounds like, from a couple days ago. So
Yeah,
go get a
I'm
little
good.
bit of
I'm
sleep.
good.
He's good.
Tommy, Jasmine, on behalf of Tommy, Jasmine, Belzy, I'm Iwanyk. Thanks for tuning in to the EST Hangout. Like I said, Lock Shop coming up in just a few minutes. Don't go anywhere.
Let's go. There you go, right in front of the camera.
First time guest, long time listener, fan of the original draft commissioner.
Welcome to the EST Hangout presented by White Claw Hard Seltzer. The difference is clear. Matt Iwanyk, Tom Zola with here.